Hello, hey, hi, how you doing? That's
Hello.
that's the most professional introduction we'll ever do in the history of ever. Welcome to Schmoecenter, presented by NBE. This is our special draft live coverage. So sadly, obviously, the Schmoedown are not doing a live stream of the Schmoedown's draft and award series, but fuck it, we're here. Why not?
Yeah.
This this is the most unofficial coverage that you will ever see of the draft.
Yep. So joining us, I'm Tony Heald. Hi, how you doing? I'm the British person of New British Empire. There's another Brit, he might come later. We don't know. And joining us from Atlanta Airport, stuck there for more than 5 hours, is Tom. That guy over there, Thomas Scully.
And I'm about to be stuck for 3 hours more. My flight was delayed 3 more hours.
All right, that's gonna be fun. And then below us, in his grandmother's bed, it looks like Caleb.
No.
Yikes.
I'm in Florida right now, so this is just what everything looks like in Florida.
But, and we've got another person joining us in 2 seconds. Here we are, Mr. Brooklyn Vale.
Brooklyn!
Hi, everybody. Isn't it a glorious Saturday afternoon / evening / morning?
It's a day. But yeah, so obviously we're not there live. We have a few friends there live, so we're in contact with them. Hopefully they're going to get some information. But we're following the Twitter of like Abby Friel, Chandrapani, Wajid to say his full name, Richard Silvestrini, all them people. So if you see anything anything on Twitter or Facebook that is like news, please put it in the chat or send it to us directly on the New British Empire page. That'd be awesome. Or on Facebook, or on Twitter, I should say.
Yeah.
NBE.
We also accept mail, but we'll probably get it like 3 days later.
If you wanted to send us a postcard, our fax number is 969 555 420. Just please.
Faxes are still a thing over here. It's ridiculous. I know we'll get off topic.
What 420 or postcards or faxes?
Faxes, fax machines.
Oh, I got a fax a few days ago at work.
Oh. Like it's like for football transfer day, it's literally a case. There have been multi-million-pound deals that have broken down because a fax machine broke in the stadium. Like millions of pounds was wasted because someone forgot to put the ink in. But we're not here to talk about football, sadly. We're here to talk about Schmoedown. So we've not done any draft predictions or anything like that on the channels. We've kind of been saving it for this. So I'm going to ask you guys, obviously, with the first pick, Sam Levine with the usual suspects, who are we seeing as that first pick? Is it going to be the family? Is it going to be Shazam? Or is Jeff Snyder actually correct in his weird assumption that it's going to be him and Mark and Draco? Who's going to be the first pick?
Okay, so I was thinking about this a little bit this morning, and here is what it boils down to. I think that there are arguments for either side. If they go with the family, I mean, I think it's just that the chemistry is there, and it's almost like Drew McWeeny gets a stat boost whenever he's alongside Sam Levine. But Bibbs and Brendan are like the more talented of the two. So it's kind of like, do you go back to do you go back to Drew and like really get him when he was at his best, or do you take somebody who has already been like who has been had a really good year with the exception of losing the team titles? Do you go with them and sort of start to square one? I'm hoping that it's Shazam, but I am not surprised by either.
You see, I think the correct pick is Shazam, because that's the only team where you get the team and you also get 2 top-tier singles competitors. Like, I love the family, I love the Odd Couple, but I think the odds that both the members on those teams get the singles title in the next year, I don't see that happening. I could see Bibiani getting the singles title and the team's title again, so I think that's the correct choice. But the question is, how much is Sam thinking about that? And does he just want to be with his friend Drew again? Like the family not a bad bet, you know, they're up there in the rankings, So I wouldn't blame Sam if he picked the family. I don't think he should pick the odd couple, just in a sense of I think odd couple and the family are about like even as far as skill. And I think if you're going to go one with the other, go with the team that you have more chemistry with and the team that's going to be able to dedicate themselves more. Because let's face it, I think Snyder, he gives up a lot. That Viviani Snyder match is not one of my favorites. So I think that either the family or Shazam is the correct choice.
And Scully?
Yeah, I look. This is the first instance of the draft where it's going to come down to what he should do and what he is going to do. What he should do is draft Shazam because, like you said, Bowman, he's going to have 2 top-tier singles players in his faction if he drafts Shazam, plus a team that is going to be in that team's title hunt at the very start of the year. He is going to draft the family because he worked with Drew McWeeny for over a year. He established one of the, if not the greatest Schmoedown team of all time and above the line. And I think there's a sense that he could probably build up Andrew Guy as a competitor a little bit more. Whereas with Shazam, Sam probably feels like there's not much he has to do in order to turn them into a championship caliber team. With the family, I think Sam might feel that he maybe has a little bit more work to do, and I think Sam prides himself on trying to better the people he's going to manage. I get that's kind of vibe from him. So I do think he's going to pick the family, but Shazam is definitely the pick I would make if I were him.
Excellent. Sorry, I'm just like producing and hosting at the same time.
Absolutely. No, I was actually going to say, I think the one thing that you could look at from Sam drafting Shazam, I think that would really sort of benefit them in the long run. Where it would be like, I thought with Sam in particular with the singles play and his team play, he was almost like a perfectionist. Where it was like when he got a question wrong, he wanted to for him. I think it was almost like he wanted to know why he got it, wrong. Same thing as like a golfer. Like whenever they miss a shot, it's like, all right, well, if I actually did it this way here, and I feel like that's one thing that they could add to Shazam, because I feel like with Shazam, they have the talent and they have the the strategy aspect of it covered down. But I think it's a matter of just getting into that routine of like after a match being able to instantly go like, all right, well, what do we do? Like, what do we need to adjust here? What are some things that we need to start studying right away? And I feel like it's more so like they go almost on a match by match basis, as opposed to being like just having a general sort of foundation, I guess.
Just quickly throw up a few people in the chats. Just say we are both on YouTube and on Facebook. If you use Facebook, facebook.com/New British Empire. If you're on YouTube, search for the Featured Presentations Productions. We're there. You'll find us. We're looking at both chats. You can find us. There's no worries whatsoever there. So Joseph Oliveras, if you're thinking of managers, Shazam is the best pick. We're pretty much looking for quite a few people have said Shazam. Jacoby Bancroft, a member of NBE, agreeing with us. The correct pick is Shazam, but I think he'll go with the family.
I think if Sam wants to maintain order and balance in this draft, he goes the family. If he wants to shake things up and ruin everyone's night, he takes Shazam. Because with Shazam gone, then I think Roxy takes the odd couple no matter what. But then it's thrown into, well, what's Coy going to do? What's Rodmar Burnett going to do? One of them take corruption and completely screw Shannon. And if corruption gets taken, what's going to be the attitude around Mike and Shannon? Will Mike not play? So there's all these questions that come down to this first overall pick. It's going to be interesting to see if Sam goes for the order and balance pick in for the family, or if he decides to mess everything up and take Shazam.
Well, if he's wanting to shake things up, then the biggest shake-up would be the odd couple. I know you mentioned it earlier that the family and the odd couple are kind of on par. I would say very much incorrect. I think Andrejko and Snyder can easily be the two of the being the title picture if they decide to.
See, I think Snyder's.
Well, I think
he's shown that he's good enough to get into a championship match, but I don't know if he's good enough to actually get belts. I just don't think he's sustainable enough. I feel like I just don't see it being there. I think they are a very strong team, And I think it's more because they just balance each other off so well. And I think that's a very strong team. I think that's like a good, if you're a manager who's drafting second, third, or fourth, that's a great pick because you have a team that definitely has the potential to be champions. But I think singles-wise, it's not better than picking Viviani. It's not in any way. Like it's definitely like if you just want to mess with Roxy, that's perfect because that puts Roxy in such a position where you could kind of try to just do the trade route, but they're good enough to where it's not like corruption, where the only reason to draft them is to try to trade with Shannon. Like, not saying that corruption isn't good, but they're not going to be happy with anybody but Shannon. Whereas I feel like Odd Couple, I feel like Snyder's not going to demand a trade if he gets drafted by Sam.
Is it bad? Is it bad that like the troll in me is kind of being like, say for some reason corruption gets through to Shannon and Shannon's like, nah, we're gonna draft somebody else. And
that would be hilarious.
Like just the storyline that would come off of that, it would never happen. But just think of a what if. Like, what if Shannon just bypasses on Mike and be like, I gotta go for some of the new kids in town.
Like,
honestly, that's the question then. If she doesn't take it first, does somebody actually take corruption on the thing?
That's another mind game too. Because think about it, like if she doesn't, okay, so then if she doesn't do it, then it's just like, all right, it's almost like saying like I dare you to take them.
Yeah, that's exactly
weird. Okay.
And I think if you do take them,
that would be an interesting pick. However, I think that in this situation, don't try to play games with people. Don't try to be the smartest person in the room unless you know for a fact you're the smartest person in the room. Don't trick yourself into thinking that if you pass up on corruption, no one's going to take them. I guarantee you, Winston is sitting there at pick number 7 saying, if Shannon doesn't take them, I'm taking them because they're in line for a title shot. Not in line, but like they'll be in contention for a team's title shot. Mike's gonna be back in Inner Geekdom, and Chance is gonna be in the thick of it in singles. So I don't think Shannon will be playing any mind games with every single manager. There's gonna be at least one who's thinking, oh well, she was stupid to pass up on him. I'll just take him.
But the question is, say Shannon does do that, right? Is it actually smart strategy to take corruption? Really? Because it doesn't seem like Mike is guaranteed to even be playing. Like, it feels like he kind of wants to take a break for a while. But Chance is actually good at IG and singles, so you're kind of at least getting a good balance there.
Very true.
So I think if you're like second round and it's coming back to you, like if you're Winston and corruption hasn't been taken and you've already made your first pick, at that point, I think corruption is the smartest play.
Absolutely. Just quick say, we are going to have quite a few guests coming in. Some people from Reactions, some people from Fanlinks, which we're from, and we got a few people from the actual Schmoedown Hope in talks. The first guest we have today is one half of the Iron Eagles in the fan leagues. One of the question writers over at Feature Presentation Trivia League, Mr. Nick Big Sarkali.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Nick.
Sorry you're stuck in Atlanta, Thomas.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm about an hour and a half away if you need someone to pick you up.
Well, just quickly, Nick, who do you think first pick?
Well, I've been listening so far, and everyone's made really valid points, so I'm probably just going to repeat most of them. I think the family's probably what's going to happen, but I would like Shazam to be the first pick. But I mean, like you said, if you want a good teams and then separate them as singles as well, I think Shazam's your best bet. But
this reminds me, what this reminds me of is if you all follow football, remember last year in the NFL draft, the Arizona Cardinals had a choice. You take Kyler Murray, who was buddy with their new coach, Cliff Kingsbury,
exactly,
or you take Nick Bosa, who was the best overall prospect in the draft. Ultimately, the Cardinals took Kyler Murray because of his relationship with Kingsbury, and we saw that develop into a great rookie season from Kyler Murray. Mm-hmm. So you have to wonder if the same situation could be happening here, maybe?
Yeah, I 100% agree. That's a great comparison to it. I mean, yeah, I like I said, I'm leaning towards Drew McQueenie as the first pick, and then come around and get Guy in the second round. But I mean, it really could be. I mean, Sam knows the league as well as anybody, so he might know some things that we don't. So I'm very curious to see what happens.
Well, we're focusing quite heavy on the very beginning of the league this
Yeah.
round. I think we should really switch our focus to this end of this first round because we've seen the dungeon get 2 picks in a row. Well, potentially 2 picks. If you've been following the Twitter yesterday, Tom Danino's been questioning about his win from Orlando, whether or not he can use that in the second round. How much of an idiot would Tom Danino have to be to not use that in the second round?
Very stupid. Because Kaiser made that whole switcheroo with Robert Meyer Burnett, right? And really, the reason why he did that is because if you look at the draft originally, right, by the time it got back to Kaiser, when Kaiser was like the 4th overall pick or 5th overall pick, when it got back to Kaiser and Kaiser actually got to make a pick, most of the best singles players probably would have been gone by that point. You would have had to pick like a mid-tier player who's good but was never going to have a chance at the belt. This was Kaiser's only chance at real like single success.
Yeah.
And I think it's incredibly smart for Danino to do that because then right now Kaiser has the IG champion. You don't want the person with the IG champion to also have a competitor that is very much close to getting that singles belt.
Like if you can get someone in that position, like there's the elite 5 people have really been saying out of the singles players. So you have Janine the Machine, Ethan Irwin, Paul Oyama, Paul Preston, and Tom. They're the 5 that are going to go first for singles. So if you're not in the second half of the league off that second round, you're not really going to get any of them.
Yeah.
He would be foolish to not use it. I mean, even in the great position Tom Danino was in, with potentially retaining both of his top tier teams, plus all the great singles players that he has, I think it would be foolish for him not to use it, and it would be a way to make sure Kaiser is not a major threat to him this season. I mean, I think Kaiser is definitely going to be a threat with Kevin Smets in Geekdom. However, if Danino wants to ensure that he cannot be a threat in any other division, he has to make this move.
The thing is, though, that Kaiser has proven this season he can get the best out of players. Like you saw with Eric Zipper. Eric's a very good mid-tier player, but under Kaiser, he was able to get that great win over Haley Fouch. He wasn't as good as Paul Yamin needed in a team partner, but he did well. So Kaiser getting a mid-tier player probably would be quite a good deal for him. If he can get someone like a Rachel Silvestrini, like especially someone that's passionate like that, he could probably take her to a title picture.
And I trust Kaiser to make the best pick for the way he manages his team, because the way the dungeon works is you have to be hardcore committed to the game. You have to make sure that if you are in the dungeon, you are doing everything you can to better yourself every single day, like Kevin Smets did. That is the mantra of the dungeon. So whoever Kaiser picks, I think we're gonna be forced to see them as a dark horse in whatever division they're competing in.
The dungeon always is going to be a scary option. Just quickly say, so we've got a draft board here. So for the first round, so just quick say in case people have forgotten the order. So it's Usual Suspects, Rockstar, Malfi Mercs, Burning Droogs, Finshock Exchange, Corruption, Swag, the Den, and then the Dungeon. So looking at this, I would, if it wasn't for the picks that you had, Finstock would be in the worst position possible. Like if any other manager got that spot, it would be like, well, we're screwed.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
But looking at this, who do we think's got the best in terms of what they have on the board? Is it going to be the Den for having the later round options? Is it going to be the Kaiser in the Dungeon because they've got those 2 third-round picks? Or is it the Burning Droogs for being at the end, the Usual Suspects being at the beginning? Who's got really the best of the layer?
I don't know. I'm pulling from my sports knowledge when it comes to fantasy drafts like this. I like having the end picks like we're in the snake round kind of deal, because like you can get two solid players at the same time, and you can round out your team really nicely. So, I mean, I think, the Den and the Dungeon have some really good options there to be able to get some like really good teammates and really good whatever, because they don't have to wait between picks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think the Den is probably the one that has the best potential of creating a super team, right? Like, 'cause those first like couple ones, they're going to be taking like, either established teams, or they're going to be taking like a great singles player up front. But then once it comes back to them, like the top players are going to be gone. I think the Den has the best potential to like pair up if Oyama falls that far, like an Oyama and Paul Preston, or like players like that. I feel like there's a potential where a super team can be created in the Den just because of their positioning right there.
Yeah, you could say the same thing about Winston and Swag, because the way I have like my mock is set up so everything pretty much goes according to plan, whereas like Corruption falls to Shannon, the Burning Droogs and R&B take Ethan Irwin. I have Swag at 7 taking Paul Oyama, and then in the second round I have Swag taking Janine. So right away, because of the very little time between those picks, you have a great team in Oyama and Janine. Plus, in the third round, he's going to end up getting a pretty good Intergeekdom player, whether it be Chandru or Robert Parker or Brandon Hanna or any one of these really good Intergeekdom players we're going to see in 2020. So I think Winston is a dark horse when it comes to managing, because he has this drive to I wouldn't say be the best, but this drive to win. And we saw that in that little cutscene. Winston's primary goal was to make Eric Zipper bleed or make Eric Zipper feel pain. I don't think that's his only goal. I think Winston's going to be a really good manager next season, and I think his draft positioning is going to help him get not just one but two really good teams, a good crew of singles competitors, and a really good Intergeekdom or Star Wars player.
Well, you mentioned that about the Intergeekdom. When do we think Intergeekdom is going to actually be coming into play? Are we going to see, like, a lot of people have said, like, oh, they're going to be second round, and then quite a few people have said, no, wait, you have to kind of wait until the little end of the third round, beginning of the fourth round to really start getting.
It will depend. It's going to depend on one man, Sam Levine. What's Sam Levine going to do with his first pick in round 3? Is he going to go Intergeekdom? Because let's say he takes Chandru, or let's say he takes Robert Parker. If he takes even one of those two guys, he immediately has set the tone for that entire third round, because right away, that's one of the top tier Intergeekdom players gone. So now you have all these other managers who are scrambling to find, okay, who's topping my Intergeekdom board, because they're all trying to get into each other's heads and trying to think of what everyone else is doing. So it's going to depend on what Sam Levine does for the first pick of that round 3. If he goes singles, then that's gonna end up shifting to Roxy Stryer and then Coy Jandrew. And so if Sam wants to set the tone for that third round, he should take IG, because then you have all the IG players going. And if you want to screw people like Winston and shoot, where was I?
Den.
Yes, the Den with Kate and Corruption and R&B. If you want to screw all those guys out of good Intergeekdom Star Wars players, you need to set that tone early in the third round.
I think
James Spence actually took the words right out of my mouth. He's commenting on Facebook. Whoever pulls the trigger first on IG, the rest will follow. Because at that point, like once that glass ceiling is broken, everything is just gonna come down. And it's like, well, if I don't grab them now, then the next person is just gonna grab them. So.
Yep, just like most sports drafts. I mean, I hate to keep making sports references, but it's where we do have a draft here. Yeah, as soon as one goes, you see like 5 or 6 go within the next 10 picks after.
Yeah.
So it's just like I agree with Thomas. It's all up to Sam if Sam wants to take a IG player he will start the domino effect of who goes next.
So it's pretty much an arms race. The second someone goes, it's literally just quick shit.
Yeah.
Let's get.
Oh no,
someone
they're like,
off.
oh crap. Well, now everyone else is the same idea, so we're gonna grab somebody. So I guess real quick, just to throw. Sorry, Caleb, did you have something? I was just gonna.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to keep the fan league thing going, where do we think Robert's gonna go? Do you think he's going to go like as high as second round or third round? Where do we think he's going to go?
Well, so that's an interesting question, and I think that this kind of depends on when is it smart to take intergeekdom players.
Yeah,
I think the only scenario that I could see anybody taking an intergeekdom player is in a second round is if you're taking Mara because she has a guaranteed title match, and even then, that's if you're like a Robert Meyer Burnett or a Koi, where most of the best singles players are already gone. You're taking your top tier. You're just looking for a supplementary. It's better than just take Mora and then wait for a supplementary to come back around to you. And hope that your main player is strong enough to carry that around. As far as Robert,
Just before you say that, can we, just because there's quite a few people watching, probably don't watch fan leagues, who is Robert Parker? Why are people talking him up as in the level of a Brandon Hanna, Chandru already? Why is he?
Because Robert Parker has never lost an intergeekdom match.
Ever. And not even close.
And I know everybody says, well, it's the fan leagues. They're the minor leagues. The questions are not minor league questions.
No.
The
God,
questions
no.
are harder in intergeekdom, especially than the
Don't get me started.
I've never seen this man up here so close to having a panic attack on camera and just being him tense as fuck. And it'd be like, what was the model number of the gun that they used in freaking like the Dark Knight, like during the bank scene or something?
Yeah, exactly. Robert Parker is going to be the next IG champ. And you say, well, can he beat Smets? He did.
He did. It's on camera. He beat Smets.
And
sorry, go ahead.
So Brooklyn, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, going back to that IG conversation of like where it really goes is, I think it really depends on what this like. I think teams are really, or the faction groups, I guess, would be more of like a. You got to figure out where they are. So, for example, I guess I'm looking at the draft board. The Den and Sweat and like Swag, and I would even say, like the burning Droogs. Like they really need to figure out like their 1-2 punches. I think before they get like that IG presence. If they are going to go IG that early, I could see like IG could be going as early as like late round 2. I would say it would have to be like one of those versatile, like say for some reason Corruption doesn't go, and then you would just pick up Chance. And he would be like a Chance, Chance or Mike would probably be that first group, I guess, of just people who will play in multiple divisions, because going for a solely IG team that early just doesn't make sense scheduling wise.
No.
I'm going to go off something that Kenneth Lee brought up with Alex Damon. We know he's going to be making his IG debut in Atlanta in February at the live events. If you're a manager in round 3 and you're in the thick of it, and there have been intergeekdom players taken, are you going to take the risk and take Alex Damon in round 3 with him being the Star Wars champ? Nonetheless, would you bank on him as your top IG player in your faction by taking him in round 3?
It would have to depend on who's already gone first.
Yeah.
Well, just quickly, just pause for a second. Not only is it the draft today, it's also the awards for 2019 season. We are actually got a awards nominee and waiting to come on. Representing Take 3 Productions, we have Doug Castle.
Oh, hey, Doug.
Hey, guys.
Hey, boss.
Hey.
Oh, hi, Doug.
Oh, hi. How's everybody doing?
Another day, another Doug.
This is true.
So, how you guys feeling about that? It's like, obviously, this year the talk of it has been a lot of calls to action. Like, you guys are the old established firm, pretty much. Like, how do you guys feel about your chances going into this?
I mean, let's be honest. I love all the stuff that we put out. I love all the stuff that we do. James Spence, shove it. Okay, just shove it. I'm being nice here. You want me to turn heel? I'll be heel, Doug. No. Like I was. With
No,
the
we
vote.
don't want heel Doug anymore. Remember whenever Doug first joined the family community? I think you were the
fun.
Irishman.
It wasn't fun.
Oh,
no,
I remember.
Oh, that was awful.
I had a little bit of a heel come out when I was making fun of the Raft himself.
You
'cause that is-
thought the King gimmick was bad. Until you see the Irish.
No, but let's be honest. Everything that C2A's done has been phenomenal. Especially Chill to Action. Their stuff that they've got going on over there is really, really good, and they've been really consistent. I think next year is going to be a big turn for us. I think we've got a lot of stuff in the works, and I think people are going to be surprised what Take 3 does next year.
Like,
Interesting.
obviously as well, you may have new competition as well. I don't know who from. Some weird.
Maybe. Yeah. It's going to get intense. I actually agree with Spence though. I think instead of nominating the channels, I think you should nominate their accomplishments. So like let's say this year you could have did Christian or Roxy or something for Chill. For Take 3 you could have had us with Mike, you could have had us with our interview with Bibbs, you know, you guys doing your mock draft. You know, you could have had D2A doing they did a bunch of stuff. You know, all the reactors have something special. So it's like instead of just nominating just the reactors, why don't you nominate what they do?
I completely disagree with that.
Okay.
So, because here's why. Because some people, and especially there are some family leaguers who have like risen up to the major leagues quite quickly. I just don't necessarily agree with it because some have more pull than others. Some people have been in this community for literal years, and to try and get those connections, and it's just like, oh, this person here is closer to California. They can get to those live events, and like Call to Action definitely has an advantage, and that's no fault of their own. But I think it's based off of if we're basing it off of the accomplishments and essentially the connections that are based upon between certain channels and certain personalities. I just don't think that's quite fair because there have been some people who have been here pretty well since day one. And just haven't don't have the bridges, so to say.
I get that 100%. No, 100% I get that. I can see the argument for that as well. Like I said, it's more. It seems more about pinning us together than bringing us together sometimes, and that's why I'm like, I'd rather focus on people's accomplishments. But I totally get your point. I 100%. So like, listen, Christian doesn't take any of our ideas, so don't worry. Take 3 ideas. Don't pass along to Christian at all.
Believe me, as somebody who was part of that group, I totally understand that frustration of just trying to grab his attention and nothing's working.
But I got a few things in the works, and I'm really excited. I think some things are gonna turn around for a bunch of different people. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I just want to quickly bring up.
Oh, go ahead.
Comment from Kenneth Lee. I can't wait for Scott Harvey to reveal his Brooklyn Bell.
Really? Again?
Yep.
Who am I this week? Who am I next week?
So I assume they're having the awards first, right? And then
So I'm just if you are following along, we are still waiting for any news. Pretty much, there's nothing coming out yet. I'm just poking a few people I know. They're just like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on? How long is Mark Ellis monologuing for here?"
Yeah, it's like I've been refreshing Twitter this whole time and nothing's come up yet.
Yes, I am in the same boat.
Except for no, I just thought it was interesting that Jared Habon was like, "Hey guys, I'm here."
Yeah.
He just like, don't forget about me. I mean, he's not a bad player.
No, he's
No, he's not.
So I just thought it was funny. He decided to like, hey, I'm here. Bye.
Habon is very much a player that if he can commit a little bit more to the Schmoedown, he could be a contender.
Yeah, no, he's obviously clearly a good player.
All right. So, whilst we're speaking about, oh, sorry.
I want to go back to a question that was posed originally that we never really answered, which was where does Robert Parker get drafted?
Oh, yes.
And I think that's an interesting question. And here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm going to call it now. It's the 3rd round. Sam, not going to pick him. I don't think Sam is going to take an IG player until like the 4th round. And if he does pick an IG player, he's not going to pick somebody who's unestablished.
Fair.
I think then it goes to Roxy. I think that's where Robert gets pegged because I think he's already picked the odd couple. Probably, assuming Roxy picks the odd couple, she's going to take Robert. I 100% think that's what's going to happen, and I will be surprised if that doesn't happen.
Where do you guys have Janine falling?
Early 2nd round.
I think 2nd round. I'd be shocked if she dropped past 2nd round.
2nd round, pick number 12 overall.
Okay, so you ever going to Winston?
Yeah,
So,
Winston.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's that. I mentioned earlier about the Elite 5. I would say Janine's probably in the mid tier of that Elite 5. So, yeah, she'll be going around Winston over there. Maybe it's Zen.
I see her going to Den because of the heal presence. They need a heal. I don't think Winston's going to get her. I think it's going to be the Den. I think the Den is going to have Tom and Janine. I see that happening.
Tom and Janine.
Okay, so the one singles player I really would like to discuss is Tom. Now we know that he's establishing teams. He's gotten perfect rounds with Video Drew and Looney Bin, but he has not played a singles match. I personally, I don't know why he's rated as a top 5 choice to take among available people in this draft. Personally, I don't see it. I think people like Lon Harris, Paul Preston, Janine are above him at the moment because he's unestablished in singles. If you want to talk about unestablished people like Robert Parker, Tom, while he was being great in teams, we have not seen him in singles. We know he has the knowledge, but can he handle the singles competition? That's just my only question.
I think that's a fair question.
Because it's the same.
What?
Sorry, that was muffled.
It's the same type of trivia, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
We heard you, but you went out your
You
video.
might want to jump out and jump back in.
But
okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like Caleb said, I think it's the same sort of trivia. So I feel like we have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
So the reason you draft Tom first is because of what he did in the 1st round. It's not the fact because there's always the chance that 2nd round he didn't pull those out, but let's be honest, 2nd round he pulled those out, and 3rd round he handled himself real well. The 1st round, his ability to answer those questions without hesitation and be perfect every game that he pretty much played is why you make him a 1st round pick.
Exactly.
Fair enough. I don't know. I'm gonna. Speaking of call to action, I'm gonna steal from their mock draft. I thought an interesting pairing would be Paul Preston and Janine the Machine. I feel like that'd be a really fun, and they would complement themselves really well. But I don't see where that would happen. But I feel like it'd be a fun matchup either way.
So the one team that I've been fighting for since I've seen them both play is a Preston and Tom team.
Oh my God!
You put them together, that is a nightmare team. That is a team that will rival Shazam.
It's just so opposite. It's just so opposite personality wise.
Well, the thing with Tom is he's an actor. If you've seen any of his stuff, he's an actor. He picked up the persona because it went so well with Video Drew.
Oh, gotcha.
But he's an actor, so he could literally, you could make him be a bro character, and he still be as funny, on point, and as dangerous. The reason I think that. Oh, sorry, go.
Tony, did you even wash your hands?
Yeah. I'm quick.
How could you have washed your hands next? Sorry. Okay.
Here at the New British Empire, ensure that there are proper sanitary measures taken by
I'm
all.
sorry. I'm just being like the fact that he was gone for just so little time. I just had to ask.
Here's the thing. I think that Tom and Paul are incredibly unique characters, and they're so entertaining as characters. From a trivia perspective, I love that together.
Yeah.
But as characters, they need to be separate. I don't want Paul to have to change to be more like Tom, and I don't want to have Tom have to change to be more like Paul. That's the thing. As a manager, if I have the opportunity to put them in the team, because I don't care that they're not going to fit as characters. I want to win.
That's my points right there. Give me my points.
But as a fan of the character aspect, I don't like that. As a fan of the gameplay aspect, I love that.
How about this from a character aspect? Tom and Lon Harris.
Go with the professor and the machine vibe, just like,
because you could have like a Frankenstein and his monster vibe going on. How like Lon Harris can be like the Victor Frankenstein type character, and Tom is his monster, his creation.
Yeah, so kind of
I think that relationship could work well, bouncing off each other.
I thought it'd be a fun, like, I think young Frankenstein with that and Igor's like going back and forth.
They come out to like putting on the Ritz.
Yes, that would be so good.
Well,
but you know, one pairing that I think would actually be a lot of fun, and I could see it happening, is Paul Oyama and Lon Harris. Then you have like the student vibe.
That would be
and the
really dangerous combination.
And the league right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what Lon Harris was kind of trying to do, right? Put Lon Harris with like a younger person and do like the whole student-teacher thing. I think you could do that with Paul and Lon, but actually make it work, because I think they would balance each other off to an extreme level, and I think that would just be a whole lot of fun from the dynamic with you have Paul being so cocky, and you have Lon Harris kind of trying to like, no, okay. Like, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Hey, Lon, does Barry Manilow know that you rated his order?
Nice.
Another Saturday detention, Paul. Fine.
Now the question is, are we splitting up the wild berries?
No.
Any team that does that, there will be the
okay. So we had a discussion about this. Is that Elliot can go one of two ways. Is that he can stay with the wild berries, which I think it's almost like a meme team at this point. They're really there for moral support.
Yeah.
But Elliot is like a cooler, like the OG version, I guess, of Andrew Guy, where he's like not necessarily, he can't be like the lead of a team, but he could definitely be that underlying sort of back piece where you have somebody like Elliot, and I would say Elliot and Matt Ashley, or Elliot and like Alonzo Duralde, I think would be kind of interesting. Matt has a really good base, or a very good arc of stuff with some spots to fill in, and I feel like Elliot was sort of that great underlying teammate to sort of fill in those holes. Diggity.
What about this team? Just hear me out for a second. Dewberry and Silverstream.
I like that team. I like that team a lot.
I like the team.
Listen, you don't spread too far from the ability that like character wise of the Wildberries, because you know if you've ever seen Rachel do like live streams and stuff, she talks about like how she used to party and she drinks and can have fun.
Her. I've drank with her. Well, I drank water.
Dewberry and so like I'm gonna go the opposite of Brooklyn. I say you keep Paddington 2 together, and then you split the Wildberries. You put Dewberry with probably a Silvestrini, but another player who I think so. It's like right now I have Silvestrini about in round 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Corruption gets Mike and Chance, round 3, let's say they take Stacey Howard. Round 4, they could have their pick with anybody of like Rachel Silvestrini, Haley Fouch, Dewberry, David Del Rio, any one of these mid-tier singles players. So I think Corruption, imagine a team of Stacey Howard and Rachel Silvestrini, or Stacey Howard and Haley Fouch. That's a good secondary team to
that's
have with
Stacey,
corruption.
yeah, that's solid.
Mm.
Per Kenneth's comment there about the Dewberry and Silvestrini, Elliot doesn't actually play and study. That's him just showing up, and he got perfect games. So
Yeah.
for to say he's a strong B player on just him not studying, imagine him with a coach.
Imagine if Dewberry actually went, okay, no, I'm taking this seriously now. This ain't just fun and games anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Just
and I'm not
click.
saying he's gonna do that, but like, if he gets drafted, he might. Like, he might take it serious if somebody drafts him and sticks him up with something.
All right, so we sorry to interrupt. So we actually have some awards on Twitter.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so first one is Inner Geekdom Star Wars player,
Kevin Smith.
and the award goes to Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
called it.
All right, and then for everybody else, or the after show award was the second one,
Called it.
and it goes to Call to Action.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
What?
No one saw that coming.
Yeah, not that it was that
JTH still
surprising.
got robbed, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, JTH deserves a
I
nomination.
kind of
which
do
was
feel
fame.
that he should have been at least nominated. I put him down on the ballot, but I don't know.
Yeah, so okay, so that's so no, good old Abby Friel, is pulling in on those, is adding all that stuff. So
Right.
so
Like,
I figured Smets would get it. That's not a shocker at all.
Absolutely. But I always feel that it's mean to Alex Damon that he's in with the IG players.
Yeah.
Because he only plays like 2 or 3 games. Like if he did what he does in Star Wars in IG, he would be 100% up for Player of the Year. But he just gets drowned by the Karnowskis, the Smets, or this.
I mean, I'm very excited to see him in the IG match in Atlanta because I'm going to be there, and like I really am excited to see how he does. So I think it'll be a great match.
I think that if Alex can have like middling success in IG next year and hold on to that Star Wars belt like he did last year, I think Alex Damon is the new winner of the year because he has both down now. I think that award will be made for him, and if he can get it down with IG, I think he will definitely earn that award.
All right, I'm just going to quickly do a bit of admin here. So, Nick, please send in the thing. I'm just going to kick you backstage for a second.
Okay, that's fine.
Because representing the winners of After Show of the Year, why did I have to send him the link, not someone like Paul Denuzio? Please welcome the winner of Call to Action, represented by Mr. James Spence.
Cue the
You
laugh.
hear that? You hear that, Paul? He got Spence.
The reason why is because Spence was messaging me going, send me a link, send me the damn link.
Bullshit, I did. I've been here living my life, moving into my house, apartment, whatever.
Spence, you look like you're in a prison. It
I'm on
looks
my
like the
campus,
first half of
but-
Shawshank behind you.
Yeah, I'll just do it that way. Y'all can like pretend.
Spence is a man who knows how to get things. Like a basic
Living on get this time.
Listen, Spence, if I wanted a cheeseburger, could you import it into the jail cell?
You could import it into me. Actually, no, I'll give it to you. I'm not eating a cheeseburger.
So, Spence, how do you guys feel? Like, obviously, quite a few of you are there, but
I saw you drop the link. I was like, oh, I wonder what happened. So I checked the hashtag, and I saw Abby said, and we were the first award. And I may have given my friend a heart attack from screaming so loud.
oh,
I'm really happy. Sorry, Doug. Oh.
What are you sorry for? I mean, we all kind of knew what was going to happen. You guys put a lot of hard work into this year.
I don't know what it was. Just like the past few days, with a lot of people on the show and in the community sort of vocalizing their support for you guys or Abby or TJ. Like maybe we've had like the backlash. Maybe we've lost the people. So like seeing the announcement really like lifted my spirits, and I knew that what I was doing actually like meant something.
100%.
Please ask.
Oh my god, I will I'll DM Paul do it. He actually likes him.
I think I'll go Paul. So I was trying to do that whilst we were talking. So what's coming up 2020 for Call to Action? Have you guys got any plans already in the set? Or I know Take 3 keep talking about their plans.
I can say personally, I'm looking to start 2 shows on the channel. I don't want to say what they are yet because we haven't entirely finalized them. But I know a couple of you on the panel already know what they're going to be.
Yeah.
All I can say is we're going to start trying to shed some light on the fan league, which we feel like it's all that the channels don't have that respect for them, and even we saw a while ago.
No, get no respect to you.
You know, exactly. It's like, we need to validate the fan league. Fuck that. Fan leagues are validated, and let's shine some light.
He used the V word.
Yeah, on the bright aspect of it.
The opinions and interests of James Best do not reflect the views of the New British Empire and its affiliates.
Well, just quickly say, whilst Jim's here, we do have more announcements for awards. So the entrance awards have been announced. So for singles entrance, it goes to John Roker for the 6th day. And then for teams entrance, the most deserved, Shazam.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll support that.
Yes.
I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy that teams they went to Shazam. Roka's sick day
Does not deserve it. No.
Really?
Okay. That's
Not over
moment of the
Not over Demolanta. It doesn't deserve it over Demolanta.
Demolanta was
wait.
fantastic.
Demolanta and someone else who were like very good. Who's the other person?
Like Andrew Demolanta did deserve a lot of credit for what he did. And as well, Beyond the Schmoedown, Demolanta's podcast is fantastic. It really does go in depth to the Schmoedown, which is awesome.
I think Roka's entrance is more of a moment than moment of the year. Absolutely, like if you won, I wouldn't be upset at all. But taking away credit from Demolanta or Rachel or anyone else like that just seems a little off.
And how does that count as singles entrance? Because it was their team title match. Like, how does that count as a singles entrance?
You're right.
Shenanigans have been called. You're calling the shenanigans. Get your scooters out.
Get a
Shenanigans have been called.
Recount.
The guy who desperately needs to pee and is stuck at an airport is the one who calls who realizes this. So this is kind of sad.
Oh no.
But Spence, you're moving into your new flat at the moment, apartment, I should say, at the moment, correct?
I can't hear your words. I have one shitty earbud, so I can't hear anything you're saying.
Yeah, I was saying you're moving, right? At this moment.
A little bit, yeah. I mostly finalized it.
All right. Well, what we'll do then is we'll let you go, just because A, quality's terrible, and B, we really don't like you. We just have to put up with you. Love you.
Yep.
They're just
congratulations, Chief.
Who was that?
That was him.
Oh.
Just yelling.
I will bring it back.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, Nick, come back. Oh, you can blame it all.
So, just quickly go with the awards whilst we're waiting for the draft picks. So, we've had in a Geekdom, I think the next one probably you'd be looking at Upset of the Year. I know me and Brooklyn, we did a Schmoecenter episode about that, but just quickly for you guys that weren't on it, Odd Couple defeating Shy Wolves, Oyama beating Murrell, Howard beating Riley, Crimson Fury defeating Loose Cannons, and Lunabin defeating Time Machine. What do you think?
I mean, just because the entertainment value of that match is the Looney Bin match is what I would go with. But
I'm in the same boat. I think the Looney Bin because that was their second match, I do believe, and no one expected them to take out Ethan Irwin and Gene the Machine, and how they did it was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I said it's a truth. I'll say it again. I think just because of what he did, Paul Oyama beating Dan Murray, the greatest of all time, that has to be.
I think
that
if you're someone who is like not familiar with Paul Oyama or the fan leagues, then that is actually an upset.
Yeah.
If you're any one of us, we all kind of had a feeling that Paul was at least going to be able to take Dan to the limits.
Yeah. I mean, I think in terms of like the general audience, a lot of people did expect the Looney Bin to. A lot of people did expect the Looney Bin to go far. Yes, in the tournament. I don't think anybody outside of like the family community expected Oyama to beat and
No.
without even
Nope.
answering his 5-point question. I mean, like if you go off of that, then Oyama over Merle is the one that's slightly edged ahead. I see comments about like Stacey Howard versus Mark Riley. Look, when Stacey Howard is like on, she's on fire. I mean, when she really kicks it into gear, she can be one of the best singles players or teams players in this community. But she just had a string of really bad losses where the wheel has not gone her way. She has not been prepared for matches. But yeah, I think that was just a great match. I wouldn't necessarily call it an upset. There were other matches in that first round that would have been more of an upset if they had swung the other way.
And I know I wasn't in for this one, but I just want to put in for the singles entrance. I think it totally should have been Greg Alba at the free for all.
Yeah, I was going to say Greg Alba did
Like
serve
that was my choice for and that entrance was just perfect in every way. So that
Okay,
was just great.
further ones have been announced. Upset did go to Looney Bin.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Heel and face have been announced.
Oh,
Oh,
heel
You
Andrew Guy.
guys want to give predictions?
right.
I'm gonna say Andrew Guy.
Yeah, Andrew Guy's probably heel. Face is probably
I'm gonna
Brendan
go.
Meyer.
Oh, wait, sorry.
No. Robert Meyer Burnett is heel.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Heel team,
Oh, heel
Heel has
team.
not been
the
announced.
family. I still think the family gets it.
And then face, just general face, not team. Like face. Just
Oh,
I gotta
general
go
face.
Ha, general
I'd say-
face.
Ha, general face.
All right.
I'm gonna go. Oh, that's yeah. I'd probably say Dan's got that.
So the winner of heel team, corruption,
Yeah, that's
Okay. I'm not mad.
That's fine.
and the
That's
winner
fine.
of
There.
Brendan Meyer.
Hey, okay, called it.
Yeah, kid. Yeah,
All right.
kid.
Well,
Oh wait, do I need to leave for Paul?
No, it'll be me.
yeah, we'll say.
I think
Brooke,
I think the
Brooke,
only
we'll
person
kick you out now. So if that's all right.
Okay.
the only one who
Yeah,
did the only
yeah.
person I think the only person I think who did not vote for Brendan Meyer was the buzzer at Spectacular 4. Because he was
Yeah.
too
Yeah, that makes
traumatized
sense.
after what transpired in that match.
Man, Abby Friel is slacking. She hasn't posted any of this yet.
How dare her?
I know.
But-
How rude. No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
let's quickly
all the love to Abby Friel.
just say,
Yeah.
since we mentioned about we thought the family were going to lose, win that, and they didn't. We should probably bring someone in that has a bit of insight into that. Another winner of the after show awards, Mr. Paul Denuzio.
Oh, hey Paul.
What's up, everybody? How are you?
Hey, Paul.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I'm glad somebody's doing something today about the draft.
Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, firstly, congratulations. Like, obviously, you guys
Yeah.
put a lot of effort in.
Thanks, I really appreciate it, guys. It actually was kind of weird for the last week or so. We kept watching everybody. Everybody we talked to was like, we know Call to Action's going to win, but so we're going to throw our vote this way. And I just kind of thinking, if everybody's doing that, this
It might not win.
we not really win. But we're very, as much as on our podcast, we tend to be cocky and everything else. In all honesty, and this is no kayfabe here, we love everybody that voted for us, and we're very appreciative. And
No, you guys do a great job. You always have really high quality stuff. So
thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And it's going to get better and better for everybody. I think everybody's really trying to put the work in. It's going to be next year is going to be amazing to see. It's going to be a hard fought for the award next year. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
you
for
guys
sure.
coming out, everybody's
Absolutely.
coming out.
And the year after that, we're gonna be the Avengers. We're gonna combine everything. We're gonna make the sports center.
Reactors assemble.
Call to action.
fuck you.
Call to action and game.
That's not too fair.
So we kind of skipped over him a little bit there. The corruption winning heel of the years. How do we feel about that? Personally, I would say the family did deserve it.
I think the family definitely deserves it better than. I mean, corruption. Corruption's
yeah.
I think with the family, you need both players on that team to be heelish. Drew McWeeny was really not a heel this year. I mean, he was more like the just get me a belt. I don't care, just get me a belt. He didn't really participate in any of the smack talk, any like any of the banter with Guy and Robert Burnett. There were times in that season where McWhinney was visibly irritated with Burnett over the stuff he was saying, with Guy over the stuff he was saying. So I think there was a lot of disconnect there. For corruption, at least, Mike and Chance were when it came to being heelish. So I think the award was well deserved. I mean, yes, I am a corruption admin in the corruption page, so I'm totally not biased at all. But yeah, it's a fair win for them.
Yeah.
Muscle. He's the guy that he stands behind silently while Drew Guy and Robert Meyer Burnett run their mouth. That's what I had to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think of the heel. I mean, Kalinowski and Chance are great for the league, absolutely, but they're definitely more of the tweener aspect. Kalinowski can't commit to being a great heel.
That's why I was glad that Ben didn't win Babyface of the Year.
Oh, absolutely.
Listen, Ben is not a babyface, guys.
Oh no.
We need a tweener award. We need a tweener award, guys. We really do now.
I mean, Ben behind the scenes,
We do.
he's like, I hate being a face. I can't do it. He stifled himself all the time. He started like, and I let it out anyway. So.
That's why I figured Brendan would win it, and obviously he did. So.
Listen, I'm so happy that he won it. Listen, I am the kid. Like, I am behind the kid 110%. Anybody that watched Take 3 material knows that.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is the human equivalent of a candy store. I mean, he is constantly just vibrating up and down.
Yeah.
We do have 2 more awards that have been announced.
Where are you seeing this? I just want to follow along. That's all.
Known as Robert Parker.
He's literally got.
That's true. You've got a direct line to Robert Parker. Sorry, go ahead. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
There are perks to being in the multiplex admin chat.
Fair enough.
There are also negatives because Cody is there. But but the positives. So heel of the year and face team have both happened. Predictions quick.
Andrew Guy and Shazam.
Guy's the heel. And then face team, it's got to be Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam has to be face team. Just quick say, the rest of the face teams: Fan and Father, Paddington 2, Shire Wolves, and Wildberries.
Paddington 2, maybe?
I would say the Shire Wolves, just because they retired.
The Shire Wolves. Yeah, the Shire Wolves could.
Shire Wolves always have a strong
I think what counts against the Shire Wolves is the fact that Christian spoke out against it. Half a season doesn't give you the full look.
That's fair.
And recency bias.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
They retired. I look like they retired in March. I know it was like August, but like it just seems like it was so long ago that they retired.
All right. Well,
quickly say as well for heel of the year: Andrew Guy, Grace Hancock, Kaiser, Mike Kalinowski, and Robert Meyer Burnett. I would say Meyer Burnett was a bigger heel, the better heel of the two between him and Guy, just because Guy was allowed to be was on reserve almost. It was Meyer Burnett was being the big bad raw person for that team.
Yeah.
No, that was just because you're louder doesn't make you a better heel.
Yeah.
And again, that's more recency bias. When Drew in the beginning of the year before he went with Burnett was all out. I mean, the whole once he tackled. I mean, this whole again recency bias. Yeah. This whole thing began this year where Drew went off on Ben and Houston and everything else. And before, I think Robert and Burnett kind of became the more louder voice while Drew was there the whole time. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, remember in Chicago that video of Guy just talking to Ben, picking him while he's down. That was perfect.
That was
yes.
The winners are heel of the year. It is Andrew Guy.
Yeah.
Face of the year. It is Shazam.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. I get that. I agree with that.
Bibiana getting 2 awards. This probably only 2 he's going to get. Makes a lot of sense.
I don't know.
Well, I feel good that he's getting awards at least. I feel like
if
anybody wants an award, it's him. Just really wants an award. I think it just.
I'm gonna predict that Shazam wins rookie team. They're gonna win rookie team probably will.
Probably will.
God, yeah, I forgot rookie team.
Yeah.
Family could win that too, though. I think aren't they technically rookie? They were in the.
They're 6-1 and Shazam's 5-1.
Right, but
Shazam beat the family.
Yeah,
they did absolutely.
Did it. And if you look at quality of opponents,
and also broke Paul at the same time.
Completely
Just-
broke me.
completely
broke
broke
me.
Paul at the same time.
Another one.
I want an award for talking Andrew Guy out of retirement. That's what I want.
I think you should get an award. I think that should be a special nomination.
That's my
I-
headcanon that I talk. I know what happened.
I
That's my
still regret not recording you guys. I should have just got a camera out and just thought it's just like 10,000 views easy.
And,
Okay, we have one more
Boatman, I don't
award.
know if you-
One more award.
So, go ahead. Sorry. I think we have the same
One
reward.
more
Come back.
award
Come
was
back.
just announced. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back for the year. Anybody
Uh,
want to guess?
I'm going with. It's always a toss up. I'm going with Dan.
I
I
won't
think-
say it because I already saw, so I won't.
Yeah,
say
I
it.
already saw as well.
I'm gonna go recency bias, even though I don't think I don't think he needed a comeback player, but I think it's gonna be Bateman.
That's what I was saying.
It is Ben Bateman. Ben
It is
Bateman
Bateman.
wins
It is
comeback player of the
Ben
year.
Bateman.
I'm not mad about it. I just I
That's
mean,
fair.
I don't think he had a bad last year. That's the thing. It's more like
He
Yeah, I
did,
mean, that's-
though.
Especially compared to
I
what
mean,
Murrell's done and compared to last season. Like he lost against Guy. He had a poor season. Like he had a season where people were going, "Oh, is he going to come back?" Dan Murrell, and then he won the free for all, won the team title, won the singles title. Whereas Bateman, he got
not only did he come back, though, not only did he come back, he came back with a perfect game in a championship match. Like, that's ridiculous. Andrew, we are literally just Twittering the whole thing.
We have got Twitter and Spice. By the way, anyone that is watching, please like it, subscribe to both the Facebook page and the YouTube page. That'd be awesome. And we'll love you forever. But for Doug and for Paul, we weren't here when we were talking about the draft whilst we're in a bit of a lull. Is it going to be Shazam? Is it going to be the family? Or is Snyder going to be correct and it'll be Odd Couple? Who's going to be the first pick?
not gonna be Snyder. If Snyder gets picked first, I'll buy his couch. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, listen, it's not even going to be Snyder when Roxy picks him. Just saying. It's not even going to be Snyder when Roxy picks him. It's going to be Andraco. She's going to go up there and be like, for your comments, Andraco's getting picked first.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're going to make them say that? Like when they pick a team, are they going to make you pick like certain player? Like, are they just going to be able to say like, I pick Shazam and not worry about who goes where? Because if so, I want to see how John Roker responds to probably being fourth out of the four.
True. That would be.
I think if you're going to go down you got to give respect to the singles champions. You got to pick the singles champion first, which means Riley is second. And let's face it, even Roka admitted, if between Merle and Roka, you're picking Merle.
Yeah.
First. So that means Roka's going to be fourth. Not fourth. I don't know how to
I'm gonna laugh if it happens though. I'm just gonna watch and be like, what? No,
Then we
I
have to get Drunk Roka on here to get his reactions.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm still working on it to get out the callback.
No, but I think to answer your question, if it's not the family, it's Shazam. I mean, let's be honest, the smart move would be getting Shazam first. I don't. Regardless of what the Take 3 bracket came out, it was 3 of us voting on the bracket. My pick was Shazam to go first. My pick has always been Shazam to go first, not even just because I believe in Shazam, just the players that they are. I think they're going to do some major damage next year.
I agree. I think
yeah.
this is one. They're the smart pick. You got 2 singles contenders and a great team contender. So
Yeah.
it makes sense to me.
It's your best chance at getting 2 belts in one.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Just a quick question in chat that we got asked by Danny Carvalho. Do you think Merrill didn't win comeback of the year because of his legacy? Last year definitely wasn't his year. Is the fact that he's the greatest of all time, is that the reason why people didn't vote for him? Or
I think that's a very valid point. You never think of Dan having a bad time, even though he wasn't quite the Dan last year.
Yeah.
But I still that guy. I'd agree with that. I think it's a good point.
I also think it didn't help that he started the year off with the belt.
Yeah.
Like, I think like his first match of the year, beating Irwin, like,
yeah.
I think that probably didn't help because people tend to think like, okay, where were you at the start of the year? Where are you now? So that probably brought Dan down a little bit. And I think Bateman started off in such like a, kind of right here and ended the season on top of the world.
And even Bateman even had a poor, like, if you come back play it off this season, you would give it to Bateman, no, without a shadow of a doubt. He had he lost to Michalowski, he lost at Chicago, then it was picked up straight with the guy match. So it was an interesting situation.
Drew didn't beat Ben. The digital wheel beat Drew. I mean, Ben didn't. I'll stick to that.
Well, it's now they don't do it anymore, so that it makes a good sense.
Yeah.
So with the draft, whilst we're waiting for more picks, who do you think is going to be the surprise picks that are going to go a lot earlier than people are expecting? Are we going to see an IG player in the first round, or for like a Markanopic, or?
I wouldn't be shocked. I think I could very well see Kate picking Mara, the title shot right away. She's a strong candidate for she's a strong candidate for winning the belt. I think she's got to prove something, but I kind of feel like Kate's got it in her head that she can do it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Mara go first round.
That is
at the very end.
I agree. That is the only IG player I think anybody should pick in the first round if they decide to do it.
Yeah.
And even then, I think you'd want to do it if you're like one of the earlier picks. I think for like Kate, it's not the best idea because then it comes back around to you and you're like, okay, you can get a decent singles player. But then once it comes back around again, you can't really get a good teammate for that single player that'll help them out too much.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how smart that is strategy-wise for Kate to do, but she could do it.
Right.
I hope actually she paid attention to the draft that we picked because I honestly think if it falls low enough to her, taking Tom in the first round for her first pick and then picking up a teammate for him would be the smartest strategy for her.
Well, but then, to be fair, then it's going to be the most interesting people to pick because they don't have a third round. They swapped it for fourth and fifth round. So, because the third round is going to be the most interesting one because that's when the the 4 people that chose teams are going to get to pick again. It's like, and now with the Den being out of that, that's going like how are they going to choose? Do they go for the IG players just to make at least we have a chance in this? Then we could go get a mediocre like a Haley Fouch or someone to be that top team player.
No, because if you look at it in the 4th and 5th round, she has 4 picks.
Right.
The chance that there's not going to be a decent IG player around on that 4th round is slim to none. There's going to be, I don't think Chantru's going early. I don't think Hannah's going early. I think Kelly's going to go late in the game. And those are pretty much top players in IG. So I don't think any of those players are going early. I think they're going 4th, 5th round where she gets her picks again.
I think that Kate. I think that Kate Mulligan.
So, by the way, the reason I left is because I just had a storm blow through, and literally my entire back fence just fell.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
So I had to do something. That's why I left. So sorry to just sort of leave for like 5 minutes.
The storm is the reason why Scully's there. So the storm is
No,
all of
it's
us.
actually the same storm that's
Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I think that the big X factor in this is going to be Kate Mulligan because we know that she's not. I mean, she's said on SEN she's not very well versed in the Schmoedown. She's only started watching recently. She hasn't been like following it for years and years and years like a lot of us have. So it'll be interesting to see what her standpoint is coming into this. How is she going to approach this draft? Is she going to be like everyone else? Like, are they gonna be like she going to be like super strategic and taking the best players first, or is she going to try to take somebody who maybe she's formed a personal relationship with during her time at SEN or maybe in the past? It's going to be very interesting to see what she does because she has the ability to shake up this whole draft if she decides to take an IG player early or maybe a B-level singles player early because she has a lot of faith in them or something like that. It'll be interesting to see what she does in this draft because I have this suspicion she's not going to do what we all think she's going to do. She's going to do something that's going to change the entire draft.
Mm-hmm.
Just quick say in regards to Kate, it's not a case that Karloff had Emma quit and just like, oh crap, who do I have to replace her? If Sam Levine if Sam Levine wasn't a 10th manager, it was going to be Kate Mulligan, and she was automatically going to be given Shazam.
Ooh.
So she's at least been in the mindset for a while of being able to be a manager and stuff like that. So,
all right.
But evil would that have been if just take Shazam off the board straight away? Like, just, oh yeah, you have them. Just like,
Oh,
That would have been insane.
Hmm.
That would have been an insane start.
Yeah. What's interesting about the Kate? I'm curious about Kate's draft switching, not having a third round pick. If you look at the draft itself, she doesn't lose a whole lot per se because she's only going down like 3 slots before her next match.
yeah.
Her next pick. Her fourth round pick is high up, so she's really just dropping down 2 slots in order to get like 2 extra picks. So I think that could actually end up working really well for her.
so so third round she was second to last, but then she picks up drops 2 bits and then gets her pick. So it's an interesting situation for her. It's good. It's just going to be a case of like the fear of God is just like, oh, everyone's gone, everyone's decent, just like who, like,
Yeah.
But we have been talking quite a bit about in a geekdom here. How do we feel about Star Wars? Because I have a feeling that apart from Knapsack and Damon, no one else is going to get drafted, especially in the first 6.
I don't think Knapsack goes early.
The first 6? No.
I don't think he goes. I don't think he goes televised.
I think he does. I think he goes.
I don't
Scrimshaw,
but he does.
Scrimshaw, Demolanta, and Kelly all go before him.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I have Kelly going round 4, and then I have Scrimshaw going round 4, and Demolanta going round 4. I think once Kelly, once one of them gets picked up, it's gonna fall in trend.
Like we were talking like IG earlier.
Yeah.
One goes, everyone will like, okay, we need to
I
get
have all
one.
3 of them in round 5. I have all 3 of them in round 5.
Yeah, it could be either or round.
Okay.
It's once one gets picked,
be
you're
a
going
rush.
for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Knapsack's. I'm sorry, I have him picked in the 5th round. I do have Knapsack picked in the 5th round. So, which makes sense because if they go in the 4th round, they're going to look for one more Star Wars player.
I see Knapsack in the 4th round to Kate and Grace.
Yeah, I think Grace is going to push for Kate to pick Ken.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Whether or not it's strategic.
So for me, I'm looking at it as the player's ability. For me, the second best Star Wars player on that roster right now is Kelly. She literally lost by a point.
Yeah, she lost the speed round.
Yeah, that match was
Wait,
insane.
it wasn't even a regular point. It was a bonus point. like what?
Well, in the Star Wars match, the only 2 points that Damon didn't get was the one that Laura got wrong in the speed round and the one that Laura got right in the speed round. That's the only points he did not get in that entire match.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough call. I definitely see Knapsack, Grace pushing for, because he's going to be he's going to play teams and singles if I'm not mistaken, right?
Knapsack?
Yeah.
I think he can do both. He could be in teams. He's a potential 3-way player.
Yeah.
He's not in singles, but I think he'd be an okay teammate. With a big higher ranked person, of course. But he can also play in Star Wars, so it's kind of give that good potential. He's good leadership. He's good on the mic. And it's not great. And Grace is going to want him. So I just had a feeling they're going to push for him. I wouldn't be surprised if 4th round they take him, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Just try and rebuild the nurse watch with Ken and a rookie that's got really high potential, but is just absolutely cacking herself to be on camera. Like someone like Haley Felch would be perfect for Ken.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
When in the match with Ethan Irwin, she's the biggest. Hall of said the biggest thing that was her issue was that the crowd got to her. So if it's proven, Ken's proven before that he can do it.
So here's the question: what if? All right, so we're all making fun of Robert Meyer Burnett, right? We're all making fun of him. What if he's secretly like this fantasy football genius and he knows things? All right. Could you imagine if he takes Knapsack in the 4th round as a trade to hold above the den?
I can see that happening.
I mean, it's not out of. No, I mean, it could.
Listen, we heard Tom's plan, guys. We heard Tom's plan about switching with Kaiser.
He could be an idiot savant. I could see that him this week. He gets just drunk enough that he goes back around to being brilliant.
Yeah, it could be. No, I just think that would be. I think that would add a lot. Like, but then you just don't know what you're gonna hold over. What's Knapsack's value at that point?
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No, go ahead. It's all good. Go ahead.
I was going to change the topic, but I'll let you
That's fine.
go. All right. I was going to say the thing about now is that how many we spoke earlier about Rob Parker. Obviously, Paul's had him on Shoulder Action. We know him from the fan leagues. Are we going to see any other rookies get picked, especially in the televised options? Because obviously, for we have Marisol McKee and James White from the fan leagues. We got the Barbarian, who let me just get the quote from Owen.
Yeah.
I've known the Barbarian for some time. This guy's 100% legit and honestly scares me. And the last person that Irwin said something like that about was Liz Shannon Miller, who did get to a title contention match.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think the bit that I've seen from Marisol, I think she could be a force for sure. I just don't know if she's going to get drafted in the first 6. It's really hard to say. I mean, I don't know.
I think with really looking at the draft, the caliber of singles players that it's going to get to by the time you get to like the 5th and 6th drafts, I think it's smart to pick a Marisol at like the 5th round because she's not on everybody's radar, but she's going to be solid. Like you put her with, I think. Put her with like a Silvestrini. I think that's a great team. I think that's a fantastic team. Or there are a couple other like put her, say Paddington 2 gets split up, put her with like an Atchity. I think that would be really good. I think there are so many combinations you could do, and she's not like on everybody's radar as much. So that could be very, very interesting.
You would need to stick with somebody that knows the game better than Atchity. That's the only problem that I would have with Atchity. For me, I definitely think Goddard's going.
Yeah.
I think he's going televised. He's just too in the limelight of the SEN community and everything like that. Listen, he's already got his theme music, guys. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Stealing your bagels and stealing your. I want it live. I want it live so bad.
Paul, do you get royalties for Bagel Boy, or
I really should? Low key, I'm far more proud of that coining than I am of a lot of things. Far more proud. I should ask them for royalties to see what happens.
Ben Goddard is a shout for Rookie of the Year. Obviously, we all think Rob Parker, but if Robert slips up, Ben could be there because he's going to be there if season. Like you got people like Alex Manzonia as well, Brett Sheridan maybe. Like.
No. I love Brett, but if you hear him talk about movies, no, he doesn't. And plus, he doesn't have the time to study like everybody else does.
Yeah,
Brett. Yeah, he's not going to do it. One rookie that I would say might go 6th round, and specifically to the dungeon, would be Sean Sullivan.
That would,
yeah.
Sorry, just quickly, breaking news: there is the new commissioner for 2020.
What?
Is the one half of the winners of the Yodi Awards.
Whoa!
Clark Wolf is the new commissioner.
What?
Okay.
I like
that so much.
I like that.
I like that so much.
I love me.
That's the thing. What?
Okay. I like that.
Rookie team has been announced.
Oh
yes. Oh, we all.
I've not
who's
seen
going
it.
with what? I'm going with Shazam. Honestly.
I got pulled for the family. It's my hometown team, but Shazam will probably win.
Oh yeah, Shazam will win. But what the?
Shazam.
Okay, sorry.
Just quick say the rest of the rookie team's family: Shazam, Time Machine, Looney Bin, and the movie Guys.
All 5 of them are good keys.
Yeah,
they are good.
All 5 could win that category.
I would argue.
Team in your music.
Schmoebot?
Wait. Do we have
my watch?
She's invading the show.
Yep. Well, she's gone sentient and invading all the reacting shows.
All right.
Is Shazam.
Makes no sense.
It is Shazam. Okay, fair.
This is cleaning up. I love it. I'm happy for him.
Absolutely.
Another award, moment. of the year has been
If
announced.
you tell me
of
if
the
it's Rogue, I'm
year.
gonna be really upset.
Yeah,
But-
I'm for. Do you have the nominations for that, Tony?
I do. Let me just quickly pull them up. So, moment of the year: Rachel Cushion defeated Matt Kanowski at
Okay.
31-30 in sudden death, winning the Gidem Championship and becoming second ever double champion.
Mm-hmm.
Bibiani going first at the end in the free for all. Match, he challenges his own play in the family match.
That's fair.
John Roku sick game, and
Yeah.
Ben Bateman wins the 2019 Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament and the MTS title in the same night at
I
Spectacular.
know which one I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for the Rachel one, but
Yeah, I hope for the Rachel one, but I don't think it's going to win.
I gotta be honest, I know I'm actually a hometown boy there, but I root for Bateman because I know how hard he's put his.
Yeah, it's like,
Bateman's
I
good
would
work
say
too, yeah.
Bateman.
So him finally getting where's the belt? There it is, finally on his shoulder.
That's a
I-
tough choice, though.
I would say I think Cushion just because of the fact that she has like put her legacy now as one of the greatest of all time by winning the title, IG and the team title like that. I think that is such an important moment for the league. But Bateman,
The winner, Bibbs, winning the free for
all right,
all.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad
Okay,
at that. at all.
that's fine. That's fine. I
I
will.
did not expect that.
I'm not mad at that.
Paul is being very nice and courteous, and he's got a couple reactors on here. All right, Spence, deal with it.
would be
I'm
nice.
more well-read than you are, Spence. That's all it is.
And yeah, and maybe
He
it's
wasn't
just me.
FaceTiming us from. He wasn't FaceTiming us from his prison yard, Spence.
Right, trying to import cheeseburgers for the inmates.
I'm not
Sorry, I'm still caught up on Clark Wolf being the commissioner. Like, what the crap?
Did they say it's like full commissioner, or is she like just league, or
League commissioner for 2020, so be
oh the entire thing?
behind.
So wait. So then, what is Harloff doing?
Yeah, he's the
Chairman.
Okay,
the chairman.
chairman. She's the commissioner.
He still has overarching say over everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Fair. And Scully, I love your response, by the way. You're on Twitter. That's great. That is perfect.
I know, Spence. Well, where do you think I'm going right now? Where do you think I'm trying to get back to?
Here.
I know. I'm just saying.
Just going back to the moment of the year, whilst Bibiani was incredible going first to the end, I think because he didn't win, I thought that was going to be the thing that turns against him. If he won it 100%, he would be moment of the year 100%. But because that disappointment at the end of that, he wasn't even second, he was third. JT came second.
Yeah.
It's like, there's just like,
I agree with that.
but Bibiani is walking on with every single thing, and odds are might be the first pick of the draft. So it's his night.
Yeah, it's all about him. This
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, he kind of really listen. Bibbs kind of became this person that isn't hated anymore. Like he was like legitimately people did not like him when he first came into the league. And like he definitely won over the crowd now. So it's like he turned and it's like it's good for him finally to be able to turn. And
especially because if you listen to backstage stuff like that, John Roker does have quite a few things to say about him negative. So like, this is kind of just like that pan the back from the crowd, just like, no, we're back with you, Bibiani. Like,
yeah, for the most part, I feel like a lot of people like him, but a lot of people don't know what to do with him sometimes. Like I've heard a lot of people saying like that he has always like weird ideas, and they just kind of like don't know who is this guy? What is he doing? I don't get him. But they all say he's the nicest guy, and when I met him, he was super nice and he was great when he was on show. So I have nothing but respect for the man.
Manager of the year has been announced.
right,
we all know this. We all know who it is.
It's
Dagnino. I'm rooting for Kaiser because Kaiser throughout the year was a superb manager. But it's Dagnino.
I will throw out there that I know she's not going to win, but I think Roxy deserves a lot of credit.
I agree.
She just didn't have enough people, and she only had the two people. That's the problem.
That's true too. And I Roxy killed it this year. What she did with the Odd Couple was phenomenal.
Right, getting them to work together and getting Snyder out of his own head half the time.
Just going to say the other people nominated: Grace Hancock, Ken Knapsack, obviously with Corruption, Jay Washington for Ethan Irwin, and Rob Mybinette for The Family. So,
You didn't even get to really nominate anybody because that's pretty much all the managers.
Yeah.
And you knew Grayson Ken weren't winning because their team got stripped from them.
yeah, they got fired on stage. So,
So the winner, Tom Dagnino.
Yeah, knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was. That had to happen.
Yamaguchi. Yeah.
You have 3 belts at the end of the year. And
So the only person that's ever beat Tom is no longer in the draft.
Yeah. That's actually an interesting question. Emma Fife obviously no longer part of the actual management side. She's going to be in backstage interviewer, going to be on the desk. Who's a bigger loss for the league, Jay Washington or Emma Fife?
Emma Fife.
Emma.
Not even a heartbeat. Like, not even a question.
Listen. I love Jay. I love his mic work. Manager-wise, Emma was the bigger loss manager-wise.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, also just with Emma's work with the Patreon.
Yeah.
In general, the whole thing with Patreon managing. And Jay Washington, I won't say much, but he went the whole Twitter battle with people. Doesn't seem to care a lot about the Schmoedown community. Let's be honest with ourselves there. So,
yeah, I remember it was your guy, one of your guys that was main agitator in that.
Well, we don't need to get into that too much.
Nah, we'll say
we're
that.
not going to. I just don't think he cares. I'm just using that saying I don't think he cares about the community as much as Emma does.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
So I got to.
Right. Sorry, I'm just quickly making sure I've got any other notes. Nope, nothing else on Twitter. Just making sure like no one's like gone and punched someone in the face.
The draft hasn't happened yet. That might come in the second round, and Kaiser will be phoning in his picks collect called. No, listen, I want him.
Right.
Match of the year.
Match of the year.
All right, let me quickly run through before we give our picks. Match of the year. So we have this. I'm sorry, I got a document which is like 5 pages long. It gives you all the breakdown of every match, but it's so annoying to go through. So match of the year: Irwin versus Murrow at New York. Kananaski versus Cushion 2 at the Schmoedown Throwdown. Kananaski Smets at Collision. Kananaski Cushing 2 at San Diego. Corruption versus Shy Wolves at Schmoedown Throwdown 2. Luna Bin versus Time Machine. And Corruption versus the Founding Fathers. And Shazam versus the Movie Guys.
It's the Schmoedown Throwdown.
Yeah,
it's the Schmoedown Throwdown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
True story. So I'm watching the Throwdown. I'm at my desk, and then Kanowski receives his 5-point question, and the second that question is read, I'm like, shit. No, he doesn't have this. Yeah. And I'm leaning back in my chair, and all of a sudden he says Eowyn. And then Tristan says, correct. I fainted. Really? I literally fainted and fell back in my chair.
Jesus.
I did not think he was going to pull it.
For me, match of the year is Kanowski Cushing because that was the night of the top 10 show live in London. So I was there. Saw the top 10. I was hanging out with Rachel Silverstein most of the day, Journey in the Machine, and met Roker and Nose, and then got back to the hotel to watch that. I was just like, oh, this has been an amazing day.
Yeah.
But the winner is Mike versus Rachel at the Throwdown.
Yeah.
Good. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm probably butchering that name. But the BC for security, 100% it's needed at the draft. 100% after actions that happened last night, he's needed at the draft.
Yeah. Sorry, Laman Maki. Action.
Well, not only that, BC is actually the security guard is actually in the draft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I heard that.
What was that? What did you say?
BC, the security guy, is actually a part of the draft.
He is.
Nice.
He was pushing for it.
Yeah. He's a super cool dude. I met him in Houston.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome.
I heard that for a while.
I know Nico Rigoli from Dedicated to Art has spoken up quite a bit. He's spoken to him. Some Lucha channel, but didn't win.
No, it's Dedicated to Action.
Dedicated to Action. That's what
Dedicated to Action. Oh, man.
Dedicated
See, Paul, you can tell I watch your stuff.
We already said the winner of Match of the Year, right?
Yeah.
I know. I'm slacking. Just okay. Yep. Okay, that works. I will take that.
All right.
Well, whilst we're waiting for Player of the Year, well, actually, who do we think is Player of the Year? So whilst we're waiting for it, let me just quickly pull up. So we'll do single Player of the Year. Ben the Boss Bateman.
Team of the Year has been announced.
Oh, Team of the Year. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that one instead.
Okay.
So Team of the Year, we got Shazam 5-1, Phantom Fathers 4-1, Odd Couple 4-2, Corruption 3-1, the Shy Wolves 2-2, all championship matches. I'd say you gotta go with Phantom Fathers.
I think I think they do.
I that's what I'm leaning towards is Founding Fathers, just because of the names.
And they're the only team that defended this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Tell lie. Shy Wolves did beat critically acclaimed at the beginning of the season.
Critically acclaimed. Yeah.
However, if you compare to who Phantom Fathers beat, they beat Corruption and they beat Shazam. Compared to the Odd Couple and critically acclaimed, I'd say probably Shazam is better than critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I know that.
Well,
yeah, that's what I would go with.
The winners are the Founding Fathers. So
okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Shazam won Rookie of the Year, so that makes a lot of sense, and now at least Roka gets to feel a bit special. Well, something actually, whilst we're quickly speaking about Roka, he backstage he was actually saying that he wanted to become a manager this season. He wanted to be one of the 10.
And then Christian told him no.
Yeah,
Christian was like, you either play or not.
It's in our chat. We were talking about that at one point. I couldn't hear if he wanted to play or manage, or if he wanted to just be a manager. And Christian said, "No, you're going to play." Like Christian almost like made him play or hit away. I don't know either way. I know Bateman wants to be a manager. We all know that.
Yeah, Bateman and Roka. Like, who else do you think would be the best player manager from? If next season they announce that it's blah that's playing, and he's the first pick of their team.
A player manager next year?
Well, Bateman, obviously. Besides Bateman,
Bateman,
Bateman, you got Bateman, Roka. Is there anybody else would count?
Bibbs?
Not Bibbs.
No.
I'd actually go more Brendan Meyer than Bibbs. I got to tell you, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I feel like Dan Murrell would be a pretty good manager.
I don't
know if he
cutthroat enough to be a manager.
That's fair. He's not really.
This is true.
That's fair.
I could see, actually, surprisingly enough, I mean, maybe because I've talked to him enough, but I think Brendan Hanna would be a good manager. He knows more about it than, he's knowledgeable about the whole situation.
Good old Brandon Hanna.
Well, Brendan Hanna was one half of Business Casual and Fan Leagues. They were a fantastic team, and they knew the gamemanship down to a T. Right. So he knows all that shit. They, Bowman could speak more to this, but they were against Wild Stallions. They had those two classic, two of the all-time greatest matches in Fan League history, didn't they? Business Casual versus Wild Stallion.
Yeah, there were those two rematches where they played Wild Stallions from both of them. But yeah, the Business Casual did have a very good run while they were around. And if he is the manager, he would draft James White 100%. Who's in the draft right now? The other half of Business Casual. But speaking of rookie players, Rookie of the Year has been announced.
Okay.
Let me.
Okay.
I want Oyama to win, but it's going to be Kevin Smets.
I think it's got to be Smets, to be honest.
Yeah, it's either Smets or Oyama. I'm going to love Oyama.
Sorry, Paul.
I would say Smets is what I said before. Smets, they both only have one loss. Smets' one loss was a bear loss. He has 4 knockouts in the year. Oyama got his ass kicked in his last match of the year to lose the belt.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think that's going to stick out.
My other point is he's 95%.
Yeah, he's
Smets only 95%. Only 12 questions.
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly. Just quick say it as well. People that were nominated: Brendan Kidmeyer, Tom from Lunabane, and Paul Preston.
Those are really good choices, though. But man,
I kind of wish Tom would have been debuted this upcoming year because
Tom didn't have enough this year to do it, unfortunately.
Right.
Well, the winner is Kevin Smith.
Okay,
Kevin Smith.
Good old Kevin Smith.
Yeah, walking away with 2 awards. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, nice.
Someone in the chat saying Oyama defended the belt. Yeah, he defended the belt, but it was not his greatest match in New York either. When he defended
that was not a great
Snyder
match.
kind of helped that out quite a bit.
So what do we got left? We got
It'll
We got
just be
match we
we've already
got
done match.
single player and
Single player and
player,
overall
right?
player.
Single player and what?
Overall player
overall
of the year.
Player? Okay.
So they did. They announced all the awards. So that's
First.
cool.
That's really cool.
Nice. So just quick say, we'll go single player because I think that'll be coming up next. So we got Ben the Boss Bateman, Frank Paul Yamo, William Bibiani, Mike Kalinowski, and Dan Murrell. For single player, I know that loss at the end was such a brutal loss, but what Paul did, he beat Dan Murrell, he beat Jeff Snyder in his rookie season, whereas Bateman has had some embarrassing losses this season.
So the point is they're both 6-1 this season. It comes down to looking at it in this award. It's going to come down to looking at who finished stronger. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think that's where a lot of people voted, and I think Bateman's got it.
You see, I think Bateman's going to win. I think Oyama should win. I'm sorry, but Bateman, he had some rough games in the year, just like Paul did. Paul defended the singles belt. He beat the GOAT, Dan Murrell. Like, I think Paul deserves to win, but I think that last match is going to recency bias. Paul has been saying this whole time, like, I think recency bias is going to come into effect, and I think the other thing is that not everybody likes Oyama a lot, and that's sad, and I think that's going to play into it. So I'm gonna guess that Bateman does win.
I wouldn't be shocked if Dan win. Dan always sneaks in. He's got that legacy vote also. Everyone's gonna see that name and go, "Oh, go! Got to vote for him." So I mean, I could see it happening, but I think it should be between Bateman and Oyama.
And then Bibiani by just winning the free for all performance. He already won Moment of the Year, so people have taken that a lot more to heart than we were expecting. And
I don't think that comes into play. While free for all is awesome, it's basically an Iron Man match. Sorry, Caleb.
Well, we do have the winner. It is Bateman.
All right, good for him.
Okay, all right.
Right.
You know what? He worked his ass off. No one works harder than
Yeah.
Bateman. I know that much for fast. So I can't be angry at that either as well. So
That's fair.
So good for Bateman. Good for him. Good for you.
All we have left
Good for you.
all that we have left to predict is overall player of the year.
So, a quick question about Bateman. Like, is he going to be the first person to go an entire year without losing the title? Like, from start to end, there's not, apart from the Patriots, there has not been a person that has gone the entire calendar year with holding a single title.
That's tough.
Bateman, that's not going to happen, especially now that we've got Tom coming in there and we've got Paul Preston, who's probably going to make a comeback. Singles has never been more competitive than it will be this season. And I don't see Bateman being able to hold on to it that long. I just don't see it happening. I think Bateman's great, but the competition is greater.
I'm excited to see who Bateman plays in Atlanta.
I don't think we have another thing, another dynasty like the Patriots. I don't think we do. Even teams, Inner Geekdom, anything. I think somebody's coming for Smets. I think somebody's coming for the Founding Fathers, and I think somebody's coming for Ben. Alex Damon might be the only chance that we have, but I don't even think that's going to happen because he's going to split his attention.
I think Bateman has a shot, I think, more than a lot of other people have, but I don't think I wouldn't be surprised either way, let's put it that way, to be honest.
For a single title run, you would be looking about 5 matches?
4 or 5,
yeah.
He has done that. Was 4? Yeah, I think Merle was 4.
Yeah, so you're looking about, maybe there might be more because of more matches or anything like that, but it's like I think Bateman has a chance if he can win at Atlanta. I think he's got a chance. I think he's going to storm it because I don't think there'll be a true contender until we get to do much Schmoedown, and that's an entire year for Bateman to get better.
Yeah,
I think it is too. I think he absolutely has a chance.
Paul's eye twitching with this Bateman hate.
I'm a Team Guy fan anyway. What are you talking about, Spence?
And then so we've got final one, the overall player of the year. So we're looking at William Bibiani, Ben Bateman, Mike Kalinowski, Dan Murrell, and Rachel Cushing.
Rachel Cushing's always the interesting choice because Sam Levine won it last year, even though he retired midway. So that sets precedence for Rachel winning, and she pointed that out on her own social media at one point. So I don't know if that doesn't catch. I don't know whether I'd vote for her or not. I kind of think nomination might be that award, like getting her nominated might be that award.
Like there's that thing where Sam was a lot more beloved by the audience than Cushing was. Just for whatever reason, just Rachel was not able to connect to the audience as well as.
I disagree.
I disagree with that entirely.
Yeah.
I think Rachel has a minority of I don't want to say haters, but a minority of people who are not as enamored with her. I think she's probably one of the most beloved members of the community, to be honest.
Yeah. I just think the reason she might not win is just because I think the competition is tougher this time. Like, I think Sam didn't have that tough of competition last year as far as player of the year. I think this year, Merle, I think I see it going to Merle just because getting the singles belt and the teams belt, and it's the first time he ever got the teams belt, and he's just the legacy. I see it going to Merle.
I see it going to Merle too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Dan Merle wins player of the year.
All right, good job, Dan Merrill. I appreciate it.
All sense of the world. Well, so Dan Merrill now this season moving into the Geekdom, if he can win in the Geekdom title, does that cement him as no question about it? He is the greatest player of all time.
Oh yeah.
If he wins the Inner Geekdom,
yeah.
If he wins in the Geekdom title, 100%.
I wanted to say something funny, but no, no. I mean, I was like, well, let's see what he can do with Star Wars. No, but no, if he wins,
that's your guy. Come on.
Rematch.
He got a TKO. He's walking off of the sunset. He is 1-0 against Dan Merrill. That's all he needs.
Never gonna face him again. He's just like, oh, I got a match against Dan. No, listen. I have
Clash Royale. I had to stream for Clash Royale.
Who is this dastardly Drew guy? I'm Andrew guy.
I
Guys.
tell you, sir.
I tell you, sir.
Oh man.
All right. So that's the last award, right?
That's the last award. We should be getting into the draft now.
Okay.
So,
oh boy.
Now that we've seen all the draft picks, we've seen how much more love Viviani got than people were expecting. Would that be a nail in the coffin now for Family's chances of going first? Do you think
Sam gives a fuck? I don't think Sam gives a fuck what people think.
Sam had his decision already.
Yeah, Sam had his decision like weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are we allowed to swear on the show? I didn't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Too late now, I guess. But
yeah, it's fine. I got a potty mouth. It's fine. Fuck it.
Yeah, but if Shazam goes first, where is the family falling to? Are they going to Koi, or is RMD taking them?
Yeah,
he's not going to take him. I think then they fall to Winston. I think that's how
I don't know. I think RMD wants to make. You want to say something? You want to say something?
I got called nuts for this. I did these call to action. Did our little mock draft. Me and Billy did it. I was really tired, but I was looking for storylines. I loved a lot of the ideas. I had this weird suspicion, and I'll play it out here again. I think Koi. Okay. There we go. That's better.
Was that me?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know what that was.
I was trying to mute everyone.
We were being invaded. We were being invaded.
Is there aliens outside?
Okay. Somebody was silencing me over here. I think it's probably most likely that Koi does take the family. I do, but I would love to see Koi take Ethan Irwin third in the hopes that he can keep Time Machine together, that Janine will slip to him in round 2. I think that might be on his mind, because I think he would work well with Irwin and Janine, his flashy entrances. You got Irwin, and if you don't get Janine later, you still have Irwin. That's his backup in a way. But if that happens, in my mind, R&B takes Corruption because he likes to watch the fucking world burn. Love that. And the family goes to Shannon, Barney, and Corruption. Can you imagine
Wow.
Andrew Guy
Wow.
and Barney on the same tide?
That would be very interesting.
Listen, they're lucky that they changed the rule about the JTE. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
That happens. They're lucky.
Oh, has that been changed? Guys, not. you're
Yeah,
not losing-
he went on yesterday and he said because there was so much shit talk, people were like getting like it got to the religious talk level of talking about this rule. And he was like, we had already decided before it got to that level that we weren't going to do it. Him and Mark. I think when Mark was, they're going to do something else.
I don't know.
I don't know what
anyway,
they're going to do.
I'd love to see it. I think because also I would love to see not only that, but it also sets up a corruption. Well, corruption is in Mike Kalinowski and Chance versus Shannon with Andrew Guy. So Guy versus Kalinowski, like shit talking.
What do they change their name to?
I have no idea. That's a good question.
What do you change Corruption's team name to at that point, though?
I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what the percentage likelihood of that is. But God damn, that'd be fun.
I'm not joking with you. I have Corruption going to R&B, just to maybe hold leverage over Shannon because he likes to, watch the world burn. He is the Joker essentially, just not as smart.
I'd be the same joke. They're gonna have no JTEs all season.
He's just Jared Leto's Joker.
Here we go. Mikey Chance.
Mikey, change corrupt. Michael changed his name to team name. Okay, that's interesting. I actually think more likely that Drew and Shannon would change their name because Drew would be like, "Fuck, I'm not being corruption."
Or just Corruption 2, even more corrupt.
Corruption 2, the electric boogaloo.
That's right.
2 KO Corruption.
All right. Well, just quick change that for a minute because I've just gotten 3 people messaging me about this. Bowman, the fan leagues, how do people get involved in them if they're watching? Because I've literally had 3 people Facebook me and just say, "Hi, how do I get into the fan leagues?" Like, I'm a little busy, but here you are.
Money, lots and lots of money.
There are multiple different leagues that you can join. All are great. There is Multiplex, where we have Warzone. We have Fandom, which is kind of like Warzone is like our general movie division. We have a free-for-all coming up. 32 people. It's going to be insane, and I'm very excited. There's also Full Metal, and which is great. You can join via their Facebook page. You can join Multiplex via our Facebook page, Multiplex Entertainment. And there's also the MTFO, which you can join via the Discord if you are a patron.
Yeah.
Nice little commercial for the fan leagues there.
Yeah.
Have you wanted to try to be like a fan leaguer getting ready to be drafted on the 2020 draft? Well, join our Facebook pages and compete.
Order now and you get a set of steak knives.
Oh, we should start giving out steak knives.
for two payments of $19.95.
Plus shipping and handling.
Plus shipping and handling. No refunds. We do not acknowledge refunds here at this company.
Get money back.
You pay your own risk. So we also they're just taking a break now in order to get after the awards to get a few more drinks down them. Like,
wait, what the?
I find it funny that they're having. I mean, I know why they're doing it, but they're having the draft second. That means the others will be more liquored up. We could get some really funky.
No, I'm following everybody.
I mean, John Roca did say he was going to drunk live tweet. I know that. And Drew and Ben said they were definitely drinking hard, so it could be impressive.
It's going to be interesting though, just like in case the comedy store manager is just stood at the back, just like, you got 10 minutes, quickly, you got 30 picks to go, quick.
Everybody go.
There's a question in the Facebook live chat that I find really interesting. And I want to pass it off to you guys. Who is the Tom Dagnino of the fan leagues?
I plead the fifth.
Is there anybody?
I think there is. I think you got to go someone that goes a little bit insane, a little bit off the rails, but also gets results. I'm not sure if it's necessarily a manager,
Yeah, there's not a manager that
No.
none of the managers I can go with.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Tony, who do you think it is? Because I feel like you have an answer.
Honestly, I haven't got a clue unless it's me.
Maybe there isn't anyone. I don't know. I just like that question.
There's no one, at least in
Maybe Coho?
No, I've got it. I think it's Jay. I think
Okay.
Jay Burns.
Joe.
Yes.
Yeah, so if anyone, it's Jay, but even Jay is not quite that point.
Cody is definitely the Kaiser.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cody's
definitely.
the Kaiser. Yep, I'll go with that.
All right. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you. Well, I guess since we're talking about the fan leagues, who do we think is going to be the big name for 2021 that we'll see in the draft? Because I do have a prediction, but I don't want to say because I don't want to lose
For
him.
2021?
Yeah, they said
Like who are you asking? Who do you think from the fan leagues will be drafted in?
yeah.
2021?
So people that are watching that, like, who should they be on the lookout because they might make the jump for next season?
I mean,
Because I've got one name.
It's really unfortunate because a lot of the major players are so far away. Like Jake and Michael are, they're in Australia, so there's no way they're going to make it over. I mean, unless the Schmoedown explodes, that they're able to get Jake and Michael over. I don't know.
Just a picture of that soul.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Quick one. Guy lives in Vegas. He's a fantastic player, one of the hardest studiers. I hate saying this because I lose my teammate, but Jacoby Bancroft 2021, be on the lookout.
Oh, he lives in Vegas. Oh, okay. Yeah, he would do a great job too. Absolutely.
Just in case people are interested. All right. Scully, I think that's your flight.
No, not quite.
So, just going to say, for people that have joined us, the reason why Scully looks like he's in a airport terminal is because he's in an airport terminal.
He is in an airport terminal.
How long is your flight?
Quick story. My flight was supposed to leave at 12:50 Eastern Standard Time.
Ooh.
It's now leaving at 9 p.m.
Ooh.
The flight is only 2 hours long, so I'm gonna get into Chicago at like 10 o'clock, which isn't terrible. I'll just Uber to my apartment. It's fine.
At this point, it would have been easier to drive.
Could've gotten there.
Yeah, because driving, the drive from Atlanta, to Chicago is roughly 11 hours. I've done it in like 10.
See that going?
It's definitely doable.
All right. Well, Paul, thank you very much for joining with us. Just quick say, call to action. What you guys got planned for the year? Have you got anything? Or
Yeah, we got a couple things coming up. We did make we got chilled action on Monday. We're not resting. I don't know if we're gonna do spoiler. The whole spoiler thing is weird. So I don't know. Hopefully we can do it. We're gonna do an interview with Brendan the Kid Meyer on Monday.
Nice.
After that, we actually have plans. We've been talked to. We're gonna have Chance Ellison on soon. I'm working on the Outlaw. That's gonna be the one that everybody's looking forward to having the Outlaw on with us. Also, Mark Ellis. And a few others have been in contact with us. So hopefully we have those in a weekly segment. And of course, on Wednesday we do Schmoebates, which is Alex's debate show. If you have seen that, that's pretty fun. We're working on Christian has said he wants to be on that with somebody. I know maybe Brooklyn. So hopefully we'll get that happening somewhat soon.
That'd be nice.
And yeah, we have our regular call to action show will be Sundays. Not this Sunday, I think, because most of the crew is out in LA. So we're waiting until we come back. But hopefully more content. It's a lot of fun, guys. So
absolutely. And class action as well on Action Industries.
If you let me pull out that, I appreciate that. I will. An Action Industries, me and Richard Eric Jarvie, my brother from another mother from Estonia. Every week we do we take a look at two movies or two actors or two. We go back and forth with each other, and we put them against each other in 5 custom made categories, which have some discussions. Always pretty fun. I think next week we're going to be doing 1917 versus what we're doing Dunkirk. I want to say same. We're doing 1917.
Oh,
So,
Nice.
it'll be a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 1917. I have to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard amazing.
It's good.
Hopefully, this morning that will be happening. So,
hey, it won the
Perfect.
Golden Globe, so it's got to be good, right?
yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. And of course, join the Team Action Patreon. Keep me employed there too, as well. So.
Yeah.
I do just want to say, Paul.
Yep.
I rewatched The Hours again. the
Okay.
other day. I agree. I see what you mean with Ed Harris now. He is a talented man.
One after a time. One person at a time. I'll win you over one at a time. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Congratulations once
See you,
again
Paul.
on your
Yep.
victory.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul.
You take care, guys.
All right. Have a good one. All right. Well,
Then
as
there were 4.
yeah, Doug should be coming back in a minute, and I'm just going to quickly run away to go use the toilet. So,
Yes.
whilst waiting for it, you guys, quick question for you lot. Best movie of 2019. Go.
Uncut Gems, 100%. Okay, I am sorry.
I'm seeing Uncut Gems tomorrow. I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I'm gonna walk to my local theater. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch Uncut Gems tomorrow.
Scully, I'm going to tell you this. I don't care how good you are at Geek and how bad I am at Geek. If you tell me you hate Uncut Gems, Mischief Man, it's just not going to be a thing anymore.
Uncut Gems was my most anticipated of 2019, like 6 months ago. So I
Okay.
don't think that's gonna be the case.
That's good. Have you seen Good Time?
What?
Have you seen Good Time? The Safdie brothers movie they did just before.
I've seen Good Time.
No, I haven't.
I just watched that for the first time a couple days ago. It's pretty great. Watch Uncut Gems first, but then go watch Good Time.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
barely watched any movies in this year, so I am not qualified for this question.
Well, what? So you haven't watched any?
Oh no, I have. I'm trying to go through which
You
one.
need to get a letterbox. That's the best way to keep track.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have a Letterboxd account. I haven't gotten to.
Oh, I need to follow you. Message
Hold
me
on,
here.
let me make sure I have it.
Yeah.
Let me what my account is. So give me just a second here. Oh
Okay. Have both of you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
yes,
I haven't yet.
I've seen that one.
Okay. Do you hate it like everybody else? Are you on?
No,
the
I didn't hate it at all. I thought it was
Okay. Thank you. I get that.
I enjoyed the movie. Well, I will say that it was very slow, and then the last like 30 minutes was really, really good.
You see, and I get the slowness.
Yeah.
Like I get why people have problems with it. I think that's the point. Like it's supposed to just kind of let you live in this world for a while, and that's why I love it. But like if you don't like talking about 1970s Hollywood or early 1960s, late 1960s Hollywood, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I love that. So like I literally get made fun of for being a 9-year-old who is also an 806-year-old. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a good movie.
You're wrong. I don't know what you're on about, B.
Bowman, how does it feel always being the youngest and the oldest person in the room at all times?
It is weird.
Just quick, actually, he mentions it. Kenneth Lee, cool guy in the gang in the wars. Ooh, pardon me.
Oh yes.
And they're going on. That's a really cool place for if you all want to get a bit more involved in the community. Cool guy and what the fuck is it actually called? Where is it? Cool and the Gang group. Search for that. It's where a lot of this community, a lot of NBE members are and all that shit. So if you've liked us, you should go there and also you should subscribe and like it and all our shit.
I will. I will. This is not a 2019 movie, but I watched it for the first time in 2019. And Paul Yama would really love it, or he's already agreed with me. Is the movie Your Name? It's in.
Oh, is that the anime? Yes.
Yeah.
Jacoby's mentioned it. I've seen.
Yeah, that is like films I've watched this year. It didn't come out this year, but I've watched this year. That's probably my favorite film. But we were talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, by the way.
Yeah, you're wrong. I don't like Tarantino, so just quick, a few people in the chat. Cameron Holtzman, Booksmart was best movie 2019.
That's a good movie. It's a great movie. I will give you that.
James Spence, Nightingale.
Nightingale's a good one. Yep.
Good Time.
Good Time. Oh, sorry. I'm talking over you.
Don't worry. Good Time. I've not actually seen that movie. I'll be honest.
Someone goddamn put Cats.
I was about to say Cats. Dragon Reborn on
Is that
YouTube.
That's gotta be Malcolm's burner account.
It is. It's Malcolm's burner account. That's 100% what it is.
Joe Farrelly. It's Endgame. Stop trying to sound cultured.
That's fair. Okay. I mean, honestly, it's a great movie. I that's fine.
Yeah.
The best one I've seen so far is probably The Irishman. I put it just above Endgame, just because that movie, it was fantastic. I love The Irishman.
Irishman's it is a good movie. I agree.
The performances were all so good. I mean, it obviously, like, 3.5 hours. It's a bit long, but like, I watched it over the entirety of like 2 days. I broke it up in like 1 hour segments, and I was able to get through it. I mean, yeah, like the performances were all great. I mean, I think Pacino was probably the best performance out of everybody in that film. But yeah,
Joe
that's probably
Pesci's
my favorite one so far.
Favorite. Like, I thought Joe Pesci just killed it.
Yeah,
but no,
Ford vs Ferrari.
Yeah, you mean Le Mans 66?
Le Mans 66 over here because we
both
can speak French.
Of those movies that Joe Farrelly just mentioned, it is high up on my list. I gotta watch those. I just haven't gotten around to watch them yet.
Portrait of a Lady on Fire was incredible. I think it might be better than Parasite, in my opinion.
Yes, I've heard of both of those. I definitely want to see Parasite as soon as I can.
Yeah, I had the option to see Portrait of a Woman on Fire, Parasite, or Jojo Rabbit. I stand by my choice of going with the Nazis.
I know that Jojo Rabbit's another one that I really need to see. For sure.
That technically is a UK 2020 release, so that's my best movie of 2020 already, without a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, everyone says they love it, so The Lighthouse is another one I need to watch. I mean, the list keeps growing.
It is.
Okay, Spence, like, really? First of all, that's no way to treat Doug Castle. Doug Castle is a fantastic human being. He deserves all our respect in this community. You are a terrible person for even saying that. I mean,
yeah.
Don't you dare compare that man with a colonoscopy.
He's worse.
He's worse.
Love you, Doug.
He's worse.
He's muted and uncammed, so I don't think he's watching anymore. I'll wait until I just get a message saying "fuck you." So as we are waiting for, for our inside sources, the draft's going to start in a couple of minutes. So if anyone does have any questions in the chat for us about Schmoedown, about about our favorite cats, please.
No cats.
Or if you want my opinion of The Bachelor from the last week, because dear God, what the hell did they let Hannah be back?
Look, I come to do stuff like this so I don't have to watch stuff so I don't have to watch ads for The Bachelor. I mean, can y'all just stop, please?
We're actually sponsored by The Bachelor. Do you not know that? So, all right. So, let me quickly show this because it looks interesting. So, people in the chat, what are your wild predictions for who's going to be in the top 10? Who's going to be the top?
Oh my god! I'm the only one here. Oh snap!
I'm here with you.
Okay.
Just quick pitch from Shannon Barney off her draft board.
All right, she's ready.
looks like it does look a lot like
It
that
is
Frank
look-
Danish board is going to be the important one.
already.
Pardon?
Huh. It's like she's got a lot of people scratched off already.
I think that's her hiding.
No, that's a pen.
Right,
That's a pen. That is a pen. That is a pen. It
That
is.
is a
I love Nerd Chronic's response. That's awesome.
He's one of the loveliest men in the community. So it started now. So wild predictions, people. Let's see what we got.
Oh man.
Oh.
Man, we'll have to see what
Just gonna say, Shannon Barney, Manager of the Year 2020. Mark it down. It's gonna happen.
I wouldn't be surprised for how she's come out the gate. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. Quick thing. Spencer's always wrong.
Okay.
We accept that fully in life, in the universe, and everything. Question: the three of you managers in a fan league. Who do you draft? 1 singles, 2 for team, 1 for IG. I'll go Nick to Wig for IG. No, sorry.
As of this second, that's fair.
The
Reason,
reason why, Scully, the reason why is because I don't think I'll have 2 seasons with you.
What?
I was saying about you might get drafted in the actual Schmoedown.
Oh.
I was trying to be nice.
you a compliment saying that you won't be here in 2 years.
Yeah, I would have Jet Maragoni as singles, Caleb Boatman, and Michael Campbell. The Red Herrings are a fantastic team in Full Metal Trivia, and then either Nick Tuick or Thomas Scully.
That's fair. And because I've edited a few matches with Red Herrings, they are ridiculous. We'll just say that. Oh,
Ooh, per Twitter, a little breaking news.
oh,
R&B and Andrew Guy got into a verbal altercation, apparently.
oh! Look at that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We love to see it.
Of course they did.
You two were on the episode of Schmoedown when we did talk about the matches for Atlanta and New York. Robert Mybernet versus Andrew Guy. How much of potato peel, banana skin is that for Guy?
Yep.
Sorry, I was looking at Kenneth's message. Can you repeat that again?
Well, that one.
No. What you just said.
Oh, the Cape Pig draft bet Sheridan immediately regrets it like 2 seconds after.
I'm sorry, Thomas. That was hilarious as all hell.
But
Oh my God.
how dangerous of a match is this for Andrew Guy to take on Robert Mybernet?
Ooh, well, I mean, if it goes as intended, Guy will just kick his ass. I mean, I don't see how Robert Mybernet has any chance of winning.
All right. Sorry, just to quickly shut this conversation down for a second. The
Okay.
first pick has come in.
Oh shit!
So Sam Levine, as part of the usual suspects, his first pick for the 2020 draft is 1/2 of the family, Drew McQueenie.
Okay, so
Never go against the family, Tony. Never go against the family.
exactly what we all thought.
What everyone predicted has come true. Drew
Okay.
McQueenie from the family. So
Okay.
how do we feel about that? Is that a good pick for?
I mean, it is. I mean, it's just like that's what we all thought it would be. So, I mean, it's
This is what we all expected. We expected McQueenie and Guy to go first overall to Sam Levine. Sam knows Drew McQueenie from their time at with Above the Line. I really don't think it would have mattered who was attached to Drew McQueenie. I think he would have taken McQueenie first overall either way. Personally, the smart move I think would have to take Shazam. However,
yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how the chemistry between Sam and McQueenie is and how Sam and Guy work together, because I think Guy could be really interesting as a face working alongside Sam. So this is going to be really interesting to see Sam trying to elevate the game of Andrew Guy here in 2020.
All right. And how important is it to be the number 1 pick overall? Is that going to be an advantage to Drew McQueenie? Is that going to be a thing that gets him more matches, or is that going to be a burden on his shoulders of like?
We have the second pick. We have Roxy's pick.
Yep.
She is taking the odd couple.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Do we know?
we assumed, but
Yeah.
Well, that is. I mean, that's what she said, so she took it. So that's.
This
fair.
was even more of an obvious pick than Sam taking the family.
Yeah, she's
I
even
mean,
out.
and it feels like that combination is inseparable. It feels like that Steiner and Draco can't really function without Roxy.
Yeah.
And kind of likewise, Roxy can't really function without having Steiner and Draco. They seem way too attached to each other,
Right.
but they stay together for the long term. So
Yeah. No. And here's our
they don't
first.
have to adapt at all.
And this is our first. Okay, we really don't have much of an idea of who's going to go. So we'll see. Yeah.
Now we've got Koi. It's a question of, does he go for the obvious choice in Shazam, or does he think that a person like Paul Oyama is worth more as a single competitor and getting a single person team with
If
him?
I'm Koi, I take Shazam.
100%.
I'm sorry, but
I don't think he makes it all.
by the time it gets back, if you take Paul, by the time it gets back around you, you're not going to get a good teammate for Paul.
Yeah.
I take Shazam if you're in that position 100%.
All right, so who was the first round draft pick?
First overall was
First pick was Unity. Second pick was the Odd Couple.
Okay.
Wait,
So they are making them pick per
Well, I
player.
don't know because Robert just told me that Roxy drafted Odd Couple, but he said Sam drafted Sweeney. So I'm guessing they're just giving him the option.
Yeah, so looking at it, the Schmoedown at Schmoedown, they said with the first pick, Sam Levine drafts the family. Second pick, Roxy drafts the Odd Couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then.
That's where we're at.
So it does look like it's just they're not picking one of the other. So Andrew Guy being the first overall pick, then like who would have thought that? I know call to action now in the chat in there are going to be we thought it, fucker, but it's a thing like that is going to be a very good thing for his rubbing up his ego.
Yeah.
So. Well, as we're waiting to figure out what Koi's pick is going to be, do we think there are going to be any trades going on as it goes? Is there any value for someone like Winston to give up his first round pick, or?
I don't see it.
We have a pick in. The pick is in. The third
Shazam.
overall pick, Koi has taken. Well, thanks, Doug, for the lack of
Sorry.
suspense.
Sorry.
He drafted
I looked out of my phone and said it. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I didn't. He took corruption.
No, he took Shazam.
Oh, sorry, I'm refreshing Twitter and corruption's the first thing that came up. Okay, there. Yeah, sorry.
So it pretty much is going to plan at the moment in time. No one's really breaking from the path that's been set.
Yeah, I think it's the obvious choices so far.
All right, so it's RMB on the table. What do we got RMB doing?
People in the
Ethan
chat,
Irwin.
RB.
I haven't taken Ethan Irwin.
I could see picking Irwin. Yeah,
It's
Irwin or Oriyama.
yeah, it's Irwin or Oyama really. Maybe if you want to be a bit off the wall, try and take that punch with Tom.
I think he's going to take Oyama because you get the heal factor, but you also get an established singles player.
I'm going left side of the field. I'm right with Kenneth Lee right there. I'm going to say corruption.
yeah.
I think it could be the first moment of the draft.
That would be scary.
I would die. I would literally die.
I kind of hope it happens, but
I don't want to see my man Mike Kalinowski in the hands of Robert Meyer Burnett. That is literally the doomsday. That is literally doomsday.
Just remember, Scully, you are in public. Please, for the love of God, do not get arrested.
It's fine. Oh, I'm fine. That's fine. I'm fine. That's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Everything's
Not
fine.
for Oyama's sake. I just want madness to happen during the draft at one point.
I think corruption. Yep.
Okay, we have the next pick. Robert Meyer Burnett takes Ethan Irwin.
Oh wow! All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we got who's up next?
Finchuck Exchange, so it's going to be. We pretty much know it's going to.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much which way do you want to dice it? Do you want to appease Roker or Bateman more? But
I think Founding Fathers goes first.
there does feel to be a bit more of a connection between Erwin and Ryan Burnett. They're both of an age. They have that connection. I know. Didn't Erwin play in the Star Trek match? If memory serves.
Yeah, he did.
So they at least have that thing to connect over. Whereas a player like Winston Marshall getting Poliyama, that's been a thing that's been suspected. If that could be an incredible thing, and also because Winston is on the desk at RTN Live as a regular, how important would that be to create buzz for your players?
Yeah.
Like Oyama obviously is in Hawaii. He can't be there on the regular, but Winston can just keep talking him up whenever Schmoedown talk gets up on the call.
It's interesting.
Like, so who people in the chat, who do we think is gonna go? Is it gonna be Fan Fathers or Bateman first? So we got Denuzio saying respect singles belt.
I think it'll be Founding Fathers.
Yeah.
I'm in that boat. I think it's Founding Fathers.
I'll jump in.
Crazy.
Dagnino, right?
I'll go.
That's
with
crazy. He took. Yeah.
Dagnino has taken Bateman and Riley.
So he didn't take.
He took Who's the Boss.
He took
He
Who's
did?
the Boss.
Wow. Okay.
That means he can't steal from Kaiser. He took the team.
Yeah,
Can't steal from
no,
Kaiser.
I think it's a case that I think they scratched on the head. It was very confusing what Harloff was saying about that. Like, so we're gonna have to wait and see. So just quick say if anyone has just joined us. So first pick overall was the family, Drew McQueenie and Andrew Guy. Second pick, the Rockstars, goes to the Odd Couple. Third pick, Koji Anju and the Mouthy Mercs picked Shazam. Fourth pick, Robert Mai Burnett and the Burning Droogs picked up Ethan Irwin. And then Finchak Exchange picked up the singles champion Ben Bateman and Mark Rowley, who's the boss. Like, is picking who's the boss first, is that an indicative of Dagnino's mindset of it's more important to have the singles title than it is to have the team title? Or is it just
I think
a
it's
case
loyalty. It's
It probably
loyalty.
could be loyalty.
I think it's
doing
because
Who's the Boss
Who's the
longer.
Boss was with them longer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You had Who's
because-
the Boss first, technically.
Yeah, in the
Yeah, we have the next pick.
oh yeah.
Shannon has taken Mike and Chance.
Yeah, I knew that was happening.
Yeah, that was no. Yeah.
Winston's taking Oyama then, right?
Yeah.
You got to think so.
So
I
Corruption
would
gets-
say it's either Oyama or Tom.
yeah.
I don't
so,
see
Oyama.
him taking Tom. I think he's going to take Oyama.
So now this is the point where we
Listen.
don't really know what's going to happen. There's a lot of things up in the air. So
I'm taking 100% credit if Kate drafts Tom in the first round. I'm taking it because I fought for that.
I think that's going to happen.
Now
She
this
liked
is
my
where,
tweet,
this
so
is
she
where-
paid attention to my tweet. So she liked it. So I'm taking credit.
This is where things get interesting because whoever gets picked, that sets the tone for the rest of the draft.
100%.
well, so Chance Allison, the first fan league player to get picked up. Do we like the question? Is Chance Allison the best fan league player to ever come up, or is it Paul Oyama, or is it even Kevin Spetz?
Oh,
It's Oyama.
it's Oyama.
Singles, it's Oyama. Inner Geekdom, it's Smets. And actually, I guess you would say teams, it's Chance.
True.
They were each good in their own kind of thing. Let's be honest.
So we could say that they've been validated, the fan leagues.
They have. I'd say they've been validated.
Excuse me.
That joke's never gonna get old.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right. Actually, here's someone that's not really been mentioned. Adam Witt from the Movie Guys. Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see any teams that aren't the top 5 get connected?
I don't think we see the movie guys connected.
I don't
Oh.
see it.
Do we see Lunabin? Do we see Time Machine? Do we see any team that is currently active that is not in the top 5? Or is any going to survive?
Paddington 2.
I don't think that's happening.
baby.
I don't think that's happening. What I think is going to happen is people are going to draft based on what they think they can put together. If they can make a better team, I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think we'll see any 6 through 10 teams.
Right. James Spencer, Looney being 100% done. Leo Logan, movie guys like 0-2, but that's a very bad 0-2. We should say they deserve a win in that.
Winston has taken Oyama.
Winston has taken
Nice.
Polyama. Primetime Polyama is now in swag drip.
Okay, all right.
I'm not mad at it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to see that.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do we got? Kate
That's
taking.
gonna be a fun Tom.
I think she take Tom. I ever taken Tom too.
I think she takes
Either Tom or Paul Preston.
Yeah, I think it's either Tom or Paul.
I'm really hoping Kaiser doesn't pick up Preston in the second round and he falls to Kate, so Kate just picks up Paul Preston. It'd be great. Then that's validation that she paid attention to my draft. I don't care what anybody says. Don't care. I don't think, regardless of what it says on the take 3, I don't think Lon goes early. I think Lon's a second round, third round at best.
No, Lon's early second.
Yeah,
Caleb,
doesn't.
Never mind. Kate hasn't picked yet.
Okay, I thought
Robert said Kate takes. Never mind. She's stalling.
No, for me, with Lon, he still doesn't know the game well. And it's hard. Sometimes it's hard for him to pull that knowledge.
Well, what my strategy says is
She took Tom. She took Tom.
Oh, she took Tom.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
So
Yeah,
that
Kate.
is all right. So that is a perfect first round. I mock draft the perfect first round, baby. Let's go.
Nice. So,
9 for 9, bitch.
Wait a minute. What if he doesn't pick Smets first? He picks Smets second.
well,
Just to be like, we're gonna mess with everybody's head. We don't want to get a perfect
that would be
draft.
incredible. But what happens if Dagnino does have that thing?
He can't. He took his team. I think you take both, because I think that's how Christian said it. When you take both players, you take both your picks. Both picks are right then on the table.
So just quick, Crimson 94 on YouTube. How about a team of Paul Preston and Ken Knapsack? That would be a very interesting team.
I think there are better teammates for Paul Preston.
Yes.
They're talented.
And his name is Tom.
Kaiser has taken Smets.
Yep.
So your theory is wrong, Doug.
Who do we got Smets taking next, though? That's the question. Does he take Preston?
Paul Preston.
Yeah, that's who you have to take. You have to take Paul Preston.
Well, you have Janine the Machine. You have Lon Harris.
No, you take Paul Preston.
Actually, I might not be. I don't know. He might take Janine. He's talking her up.
I guess that makes sense. But I think he should take Paul Preston. I think Paul Preston has shown that he can just lead a team and also do very well in singles.
Listen, all you people in the chat, quiet down. I want Kate to get Paul.
Kaiser takes Preston for sure. Kaiser with Preston. Kenneth Lee. Kaiser will probably take who Kate doesn't pick, and Kate will team with Paul, Tom, and Lon.
I could see Tom and Lon together. I mean, that'd be an interesting team.
I think she takes Janine if Kaiser doesn't.
She's definitely a solid second round pick.
Just quickly say, for people that are now still got a pick in round 2, that haven't already been nailed down, the Dungeon, the Den, Swag, and Burning Drew. Because Corruption has got to pick the second member of Corruption. Finstock Change, obviously, they've got the floor. Matthew Mercs have to pick the second part of Shazam. Rockstars have to pick the Odd Couple. Usual Suspects, the family. So it's Ron Rabbit.
What? No way.
What?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet. So
the Dungeon picks Robert Parker.
Oh.
No, it didn't. You're joking. You're joking?
Right now.
What? No.
That would explain why Robert's not answering.
And now for round Rachel Silvertrini, and now for round 2, Kaiser say so with Robert Parker in a surprise. Robert, the biggest.
Okay.
So Kaiser has nailed down in a geekdom division.
Kaiser took Robert Parker.
I love this. but also this is stupid because Kaiser has an IG player.
Why?
He doesn't need another. But also, like, I love this because Robert goes to Kaiser.
Like,
Listen, Robert officially is the wrench that's thrown into the draft right now. Robert, but let's be honest, Robert, hell of a job. Good job, man.
Yeah, congratulations, Robert. Yeah. So happy for you. But what?
Like, that is going to be the biggest shock of the season. Yeah.
Where did you see that, Nick?
Huh?
Where did you see that?
I got it on Twitter. Rachel
posted it, and then Chandru posted it.
Yeah, Rachel Silvestrini posted it as well. Yep. So just quickly run through people that have missed it. Drew McQueenie's first pick overall, well, the family overall. The odd couple second. Shazam third. Ethan Irwin fourth. Ben Bateman with the FinStock Exchange. Corruption is with Corruption. Paul Oyama is with Swag. Tom is with the Den. Kevin Smets with the Dungeon. And Robert Parker is with the Dungeon as well.
And the Den's already put their pick in too.
And
it's the Den takes Paul Preston.
Yes! I'm taking credit. Don't care. She looked at my draft. She knew where it was going.
Most of Twitter is like oof. A lot of oofs for the Robert Parker pick.
But
man.
How did just Jake? I give a cheap plug. Oh, Rob Parker's interview on Chill to Action. Like,
Wait,
how do we?
Sorry,
Paul Preston.
Paul Preston. The Den took Paul Preston.
Okay, then that means Winston's going to take Janine.
No, Winston. They just announced it. Winston just took Lon Harris.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I love that.
Wow! Oh my God!
If you to be fair, with Jay Washington being involved in Swag, Janine has been very vocal in saying that she wants new management. That kind of makes sense. But
yeah,
but still, wow. Okay.
So Lon Harris and Paul Yama as a team potentially.
To answer James, Kaiser needs to make a team. It'll happen third round.
Kaiser does not have a third round pick.
Yes, he does. He has 2.
Oh, he does. Yeah, shit. He does have 4th and 5th.
He's got 2.
This is insane. 100%. The draft is insane right now. That just happened.
All right. So according to Abby Friel, Swag picks Lon Harris with intention to team up with Oyama.
That makes all sense.
That's an interesting team.
Someone that beat Caleb Butman in a debate, Megs. I smell the trade set up for Kaiser.
That makes sense.
Like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Having both of them, if he can get a player, well, who would be tradable for Rob Parker? Because you've now created a bubble for him where he's now the second best IG player, even better than Mara, even better than.
For him to show up, you have him make his debut where he pitches a perfect game or close to it, and then,
Sorry. Can I keep interrupting. All right, so the Burning Droogs pick James White.
What?
Yeah. I'm reading.
So again, time out real quick. Fan leaguers have thrown wrenches into drafts all over the place.
James White, I'm sorry. I love you, James White. I've competed against you. You're a great dude. How did he go above like Janine and I can't even think of any others off the top of my head. What?
That is a interesting pick, especially considering that isn't he Florida based?
No, he's East Coast.
Oh, yeah. So he's not even there going to be like a proper regular. So as a second round pick, like that is throwing a canary in the coal mines. Jesus.
No, like I said, I all the congratulations to James. You deserve it. But what the
James White's a great player. He could be seriously dangerous. Absolutely,
I agree. It's just Robert Meyer Burnett. What are you doing?
Like,
what is your plan?
Marisol McKee must be licking her lips, just getting ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Geez, so that's the first two rounds. So just quickly run through the second round. The Dungeon first up took Robert Parker and a Geekdom player. But then Paul Preston. Swag took Lon Harris. Corruption, Chance Ellison for the Corruption. Finstock Exchange, Mark Crowley, who's the boss. Burning Juice, James White. Matthew Merks, Shazam, Brendan Meyer. Rockstars, Jeff Snyder. And then Usual Suspects, Andrew Guy for the family.
Okay. All right. There's a lot going on here.
Right.
Oh, my God.
So now we got Sam coming back up. So Sam has got the family. So he has that strong single player potentially in Drew. Does he go for Janine to get that secondary singles player?
Sam took Janine.
I would.
Sam took Janine.
Sam took Janine. Okay.
Wow. Roxy's
Okay,
probably
that's-
taking Mara.
Yeah,
Roxy's
and
gonna take Mara.
Roxy's going to take Mara. I'd be shocked if she didn't.
Like, that has to be a kick in the teeth for Janine to not fall down to the third.
I'm not getting any of that.
I don't see that. That James. Wait, what?
Yeah, Usual Suspects pick Janine. Yep. Woo. So who is Roxy going to go with?
Right.
I'm literally refreshing.
gotta be
like a
Mara.
madman.
It's gotta be Mara.
I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah. Sam desperately needs in a Geekdom. Would you trade Janine for Robert Parker at this point? If Janine and like a 5th round pick or something like that, would that be a good trade for Sam to try? Or
Yes.
Roxy takes Alex Damon.
okay.
Is nobody remembering Mara? Like,
Well, I guess the issue with Mara is how much if
You
she
get
loses in New York.
regardless, you get a point on your team if she loses.
But if she loses in New York, how much more games will she play? Like the commitment level of Mara has to be questioned. Sadly, like if she played a couple of games last season, you could argue that 100% she's in it to win it. Whereas I would say Damon is Damon a stretch for the 3rd round 2nd pick?
No, it's not a stretch,
not
but
really.
the draft's kind of insane right now.
Like,
So that means Ethan Irwin and James White are going to be a team.
That would
Wait, what?
well potentially we could see Brandon Hanna get picked if my has done his homework.
man.
But now
Coy just got his pick in.
Oh, who's it?
Wait.
I think it's right. I'm hoping. Yeah, it's Mar. He took Mar.
Okay.
That's
All right.
That Koi has got the strongest team on paper at the moment.
Coy has
Coy,
yeah. He is just like, ooh, these people are falling into my lap. I will take them.
I will take that. Thank you. I will take that. Thank you.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
So, just quick say who's left to go in the 3rd round: the Dungeon, Finstock Exchange, Corruption, Swag, Dungeon again, and then Burning Droogs. So, if you were Kaiser, would you go try and make a team now, or would you?
I really hope he actually paid attention to me because I think you take Silver Strini right now. I think you take Silver Strini, and I think you take Silver Strini, and then his next pick you pair her with somebody. You pair her with somebody, and that's your team.
Okay.
Let's quickly just go through the chat, see if anyone's.
Oh my
god.
James Spence, Koi should have got him. Chandru, Becky Yaboa.
Go ahead.
I go Chandru over Mara only because Mara is an unknown.
She's not really.
She's not unknown.
She's not an unknown, but
it's unknown how good she is this season. I guess.
I think she's gonna. I think.
Wait. The dungeon
Kaiser
pick.
took Zipper. Kaiser took Zipper.
Wow! You couldn't wait for me to finish my sentence.
And wait, and they took Zipper?
Right, so Eric Zipper's
that's
3rd round pick.
not a smart move.
It makes sense that Kaiser knows Zipper. He's already worked with him, and he's so that. But is the value lost now that he's lost Oyama? Because the reason why you would have Zipper is because of that connection with Oyama, really.
That is not a great pick.
Sorry, Spence. I didn't mean to say it like that. I was getting excited.
Dagnino takes the Founding Fathers.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Obviously,
Obviously.
he's giving the
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So John Roker is the 4th round pick.
He's a 4th one.
Oh man, that's pretty bad.
So it's interesting now with corruption. Do they want to take the pressure off Mike? Do they get another IG player like a Chandra or Brandon Hanna just so that Mike can now focus on teams and singles potentially? Or do they go for like the big, do they go for a Silvestrini? Do they go for someone like that to kind of lead the singles division?
Ooh, it's obvious.
It's interesting.
Okay, so Finstock Exchange takes Dan Merrill, obviously.
Yeah.
who did Corruption take?
Corruption's not taken yet. That's why I was asking whether or not they should take an IG player. I was trying to start a conversation there. No one listened.
No, they're next. They're picking right now.
They're probably going to pick Stacey Howard. That's my official prediction. Is Stacey Howard?
Stacey Howard.
Stacey Howard.
I could see her going there. I kind of say it.
I'm not impressed. I mean, even after all his upsets, I'm still not impressed with Stacey Howard. I do not think she should go this high.
Yeah, she needs to have like.
That's just me.
Shannon has taken.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Mark Edward Hoyk.
Mark.
Jesus.
Does that mean she goes for Whitney next round?
Yeah, she's shooting for a Whitney to be available.
What for? What was it? Stealth Righteous Brothers?
But she's already got. That'll be 2 teams that she has, though.
It makes sense. And Mark Edward Hoyk is very smart. If Shannon can get him ready for the gamesmanship side, he could be a serious contender.
Who do we got Winston taking?
Oh.
So Winston has got Oyama and Lon Harris, who's already got singles and team pretty much set up. He needs
basically
Chandru.
Go Chandru. I agree. I think he's going to go.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chandru's gone this far.
Potentially Brandon Hanna could not even make it to the third round. He'll be a 4th round pick.
I mean,
that's just...
Winston has taken Chandru.
Oh, there we go. We called it.
And I think he has the strongest faction.
Finally.
Or one of the stronger factions so far.
Hey, Chandru.
Just quickly,
I told you, Winston's going to be a dark horse for manager of the year. He's going to be dangerous.
So just quick to say, usual suspects at the moment have got the family and Janine the Machine. The Rockstars have the Odd Couple and Alex Damon. The Matthew Mercs have got Shazam, and they have got Mara Knopic. Okay. Burning Druce have got Ethan Irwin and James White. Finstock Exchange, Who's the Boss, and Fanning Fathers. Corruption have Corruption and Mark Edward Hoyk.
Yeah.
Swag has got Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, and Chandru. The Den have got Tom. And who else? The Den did not go last. Oh, they did. They've got Tom and Paul Preston, and Dungeon, Kevin Smets, Robert Parker, and Eric Zipper.
That pick is blowing my mind right now. That
I would
so high.
I would have taken Hannah over Chandru.
Chandru taking out Hannah.
Kaiser has taken Adam Witt as Zipper's partner.
Oh.
What? Adam Witt?
Adam Witt.
No way. I mean, I believe you, but like.
So Zipper and Witt.
Like, yeah, who is?
Adam Witt is the other half of Movie Guys.
Yeah, the Movie Guys.
I know Adam Witt. I just like.
So the Burning Drukes,
with intention to team up with Zipper. I don't know about that team. Off of paper, I don't know.
I think Adam Witt's the better player on that team.
Yeah,
I agree, but still, it's not that strong of a team.
Kaiser's lost his mind. James Spence, that's not a bad team. Witz is really good. Cameron Holtzman, how's neither Achty or Geraldo being drafted yet? Probably for them, it's just the fact that they don't really care about the game that much. Like, they do it for a laugh. Like, I think
we got Burnett's first pick, and it's actually somebody that I predicted.
Nice.
Literally same pick. Duraldi and
Duraldi. Okay. All right.
So, speaking of Devil Cameron.
Duraldi and Achty, or just Duraldi?
Just Duraldi.
Just Duraldi.
You can't take both.
Yeah,
He can. He can now.
Yeah, it's snake draft, so it's him next.
Huh. I mean, are they protected?
No, but it's him. It's his go next. So if he wants match, so he can come and pick it up right now.
Okay.
Alonso
I
Draft,
think
probably
he takes Hannah. I think he takes Hannah.
Yeah. Business. So would we see business casual in the actual Schmoedown?
That would be interesting.
That would be Brandon Hanna and James White. As we said earlier, very strong team. They had some really good matches in the fan leagues. Like, if Hannah does want to take that chance, it'll be interesting. But Alonso Dorado, is he the better bet?
Oh,
he's got a second pick in already.
Oh, all right.
He got Whitney Seibold.
Oh,
So the self-righteous brothers are broken up, and
So does that mean Giraldo and Seibold probably going to team up?
that makes sense. They've used to host podcasts together, so they
Who
are
was
friends.
his first pick? Who was his first pick?
Who-
RBMs? RMBs?
Ron Meyer Burnett's first pick was Ethan Irwin.
Yeah, so he has Irwin, White, Giraldo, Seibold.
Yeah, I'll put in the link in the private chat.
okay.
So just quickly run through. So usual suspects. Family went first. Our couple went second with the rock
I
stars.
have the next pick. The
Oh,
next
there we
pick by the Den, Brandon Hanna.
Wow.
Kind
Okay.
of surprised he went this low.
Yeah, that'll light a fire under his ass. Because Parker went above him, Alex Damon went above him. Will we see any more IG players get drafted on the live?
Adam Hlavik, I think.
Yeah, maybe Hlavik, probably.
What about Jacobson?
I could see Sam taking, because Sam doesn't have one yet, right? Usual suspects don't have
Usual
one.
suspects, yeah, family, Janine, and he's got the final pick of this round.
Yeah, but wait, who doesn't have an IG player yet? Like, what factions don't have one yet?
Sam.
Is Sam the only faction that doesn't have an IG?
Yeah.
Okay, then Winston takes Josh Makuga, which is a match.
Okay.
What?
That is a waste of a pick. I'm sorry.
Wait, really? That did not just happen.
Yeah. I mean, personality-wise, I love that pairing.
Yeah, but you take
But,
Dewberry over. You take Dewberry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Sam's going to take Navarro. Not because that's the correct pick, but I think it's clear Sam is just kind of taking established players that he knows and not trying to play the games like trying to moneyball it. So I think he's going to take Navarro just because he knows the guy.
I can't believe that one.
Yeah, that one's.
That's
Maybe Adam Hlavik, but I don't see him taking Jacobson.
Interesting.
Mm.
Sorry, I just noticed that the New British Empire Twitter page, which you should follow if you're on Twitter, NB Empire Live, just got followed by someone called Schmoecenter. So, hi, thanks for stealing our name.
Sorry.
Who the fuck are you?
Corruption is picked, and they took Elliot Dewberry.
Oh,
How dare you?
they are the heels. Like,
All right, so
It's smart though to take Dewberry.
Dewberry's a very good
sorry,
player.
who?
But
Did you just say doucheberry?
I said Dewberry. No, but it's kind of smart to take Dewberry, but like I don't know why Winston didn't take Dewberry. Like,
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why Winston didn't take Dewberry.
like Josh has already said, he's got his TV shows and stuff. He's not going to be able to play much.
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
his attention's put elsewhere. He should have been a 6th-round pick at best. Like your final pick off the live event, just make people happy.
Yep, exactly.
Because you kind of screwed yourself here.
So it's Den picking up next. They've got Brandon Hanna for IG. Who do we think? Like,
She's taking Kelly.
is she that official?
No,
No.
that's who I think she's taking.
Someone that's fallen down this far. Rachel Silverstreamy.
Wait, Silverstreamy still hasn't gone?
Silverstreamy has not gone yet.
Um,
The Wildberries went before Silverstreamy. A person that took John Roker to the limit has not been picked yet.
I'm going to predict that Robert Meyer Burnett takes her if nobody else has by the time it gets back around to him.
All right, so just to say for who's left for this round of the Den, Malfi Mercs, Rockstar, and the usual suspects.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
Indonesia.
100% confused on this whole draft thing.
Still no Silver Streamy or LSM.
Yeah.
Oh, Liz Shannon Miller. Oh, Haley Fouch as well, still not been picked.
Nope.
Guys, next two picks will be the Cinefanatics.
All right.
Stop!
Obviously,
Stop!
Finn
He's
Stock-
just going for rookies now.
So just quickly go. Wyberry's no more. Wyberry's dead. Matthew Rosa, I'm so sad. James Spence, no, he'll do it. Yeah.
Wait.
Kenneth Lee, like every X in history, do whatever he can do, but could do better than
We got
Vancouver.
the next pick in.
Oh, we got the next pick.
Somebody named Sean Sullivan.
Sure. Oh,
She's taking a Star Wars player.
yeah.
She took a rookie though, so that's the strange part.
The Den picks Sean Sullivan.
That's
Yeah,
an
he's
interesting
a
pick.
He's a Star Wars player.
He's popular. I know he's a member of the Action Industries crew. He's friends with them. Like when you have Ken Knapsack still on the field, when you have
Laura Kelly,
Grimshaw on the
Grimshaw, like you have Mark Hamill's son still on the board.
Yeah,
I can take Sean Sullivan. Like he's one of those players that I would have thought would have gone in the off-camera stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like just Paul Denusco, Kate taking Sean Sullivan. Yes. Wait, who? No. Kaiser should have got Sean.
Oh, okay. Mouthy Mercs have picked, and they're taking Tim Franco.
Okay. I have often said Tim Franco is the most overrated player in the history of Schmoedown, but like
I mean,
but
I've only seen him in one match, so we'll see. But
his partner Stacey Howard not been picked yet.
Yeah,
Like
That's weird.
So let me just
I gotta feel like Stacey Howard's coming soon.
yeah, he's the rock.
Who's next on the board?
Next up is the Rockstar. So I probably imagine Haley Fouch is going to be next for them.
Yeah, I think
She's
it's either Haley or Rachel.
I think Haley's more obvious choice because of the Collider connection.
Yeah.
But it would be fun to see her as a heel, especially if she just has her pass to Disney Star Wars land, as keeps rubbing it in Harloff's face.
jeez.
All right, let's see.
Right. Becky Boa, Coy's building his B team. That honestly makes a lot of sense. If you have a secondary team with Tim Franco in it, they could be a dangerous pick. They could be a danger to any team.
Yeah.
And if it does go wrong, if Paul and Lon don't work well together, you slide Tim in instead of Paul, for example. That's a decent team.
It's true.
This was just tweeted by our good buddy Kaiser.
Do you want to send me the link and I'll put it up on?
Or just look at your screen.
It's not showing well.
It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Welcome to the dungeon, kid.
Right.
Uh-oh. Twitter got mad at me and I can't refresh anymore.
I hate you.
Rockstars have their pick in. Stacey Howard.
Stacey Howard.
There it is. Yeah, it's like
So-
she had to be coming soon.
Crimson Fury has been broken up. Stacey, one of the biggest veterans in the league, you would say?
Yep.
Like, I know.
There's a trend starting where it's that for a lot of established teams, once one person of that team is taken, the very next pick is their partner. We saw that with the Wildberries.
It's
Now we're seeing that with Crimson Fury.
Crimson.
100%.
Is that a smart thing to do? Like, just to react to the next move?
No, we've seen that with Warner Brothers. Ah,
Like, it's an interesting. But like, who would you team up with Stacey Howard now?
Twitter just hates me right now. I keep trying to refresh it.
All right, usual suspects. Pick Matt Atchity.
That would be.
So Sam picks Matt Atchity.
And he gets his next pick going up. Match the end of the 4th round.
It's a pretty solid pick. That late in the
yeah. Still no Liz Miller, no Haley Fouch, no Rachel Silvestrini. Anybody else? And please in the chat if you can think of anybody else, either the YouTube or the Facebook, please shout them out.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Usual suspects. They do usually need a IG player unless it's a case that Sam isn't giving a shit about it. If he's just focusing on singles teams, would that be a smart thing to do?
No.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I think you got to have at least one IG player.
All right. Kenneth Lee, Liz Miller has not been drafted. What the absolute hellish fucking shit is going on? 3-2, almost in a number one contenders match.
I mean, yeah, I agree. She needs to be picked by somebody.
I'm blown away that Silvestrini is not taken. We got our Star Wars player for Sam.
Oh yeah,
he took Ken.
Oh yeah! Wow, Sam took Ken Napstok. Heck yeah!
Took Ken over Laura Kelly and Andrew Dimolado.
Yeah,
it makes sense in the fact that he's there more local. Kelly, you have to fly in. Ken is there often, and also a thing as well. If Sam's not there, you've got someone now to take the mic.
Yeah.
What round are we on?
We are on the 5th round.
The Ken Napstok was the first.
Wow,
pick
we're on 5 already.
Yeah.
So we got no Bagel Boy, no Rachel, no Liz Shannon Miller, no Video Drew,
Warfather, David Moore, David Del Rio.
Oh my!
Adam Hlavik.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are not. Yeah.
James Spence, okay, but Ken knows a lot, and he's a triple threat.
I get that, but here's the thing. I don't know if he's going to put up contention against Damon. Kelly and Dimolanta have already kind of almost been there. And I think with management, they'll be able to be there.
Yeah.
Also, you have Drew Gray to take the mic. Yeah, but he's not going to be around as much, maybe. All right, bullshit. James Ken ain't triple threat. Or maybe probably not. He's probably got a chance at singles, being a mediocre player. Teams is where he'll survive outside of Star Wars.
I'm seeing a bunch of. This draft is crazy so far.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to actually watch this and not see it through Twitter.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, the team from Anarchy has finally been made. Andrew Guy and Janine the Machine are finally on the team.
Oh. No, that was Andrew. Andrew was with
Rachel, but
got the next pick. Got the next pick.
We got next pick.
Rockstar's pick. JTE.
What?
No, what? That's a joke, right?
No, it's not. I'm not making this shit up.
But how's he?
I've got it on 2 different Twitter accounts.
Yeah, Rachel Silvestrini, Roxy Drive for the first pick of the 5th, second pick of the 5th round. JT Movie thinks. Lil Evil is back.
I love JT, but how much is he going to play?
Yeah.
Last season, what did he play? He played what, 4 or 5 matches?
Yeah, he's moved out of LA, so it's a case of whenever he's in the area, he'll get a game. Odds are, but how often is that going to be? Especially. Like, it makes sense, though.
Are they trying to bring the odd couple up and put it together, Patriot?
That would...
Are we?
Listen, but now,
Who set that up in the chat? Paul said Roxy is having Snyder's pick, and I was like, I guess we're getting the Patriots again.
I mean,
This doesn't make it. Roxy kind of shit in the bed, if we'll be honest. Like, she's got Alex Damon, who lives in the middle in Georgia. He's got JTE, who lives
Atlanta.
in Atlanta. Yeah, he's got JTE, who lives out state now. Two of their 5 players aren't regulars now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was mistaken. JT played 3 matches last year.
3. Yeah, that makes sense.
That is a
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Shame.
right.
This is absolute. I hope somebody goes live that was in the draft today.
Okay,
Hey, Paul, you should tell C2A to go live.
Koi.
I got to pick. We got to pick.
Oh, we got to pick.
Koi is taking Haley Fouch.
Yep.
Good job, Koi. That's a solid pick. Now,
At least somebody
With
has their head screwed
intention
on.
to
At least
team
some.
with Tim Franco.
That makes sense. That'll be a better version.
That's a good team.
Fury.
Yeah, that's a great team.
At least somebody, at least one manager has their head screwed on straight. I mean, my God.
Roxy was better at picking a family who's not even in the draft than JTE. There were 10 live matches this year. Flying them out the Midwest is no different from flying them out from LA. True.
No, whoever's going to get Rachel right now is getting a fucking steal.
100% of a steal. Like, what are you guys
Are
doing?
you, like, seriously, like, the fact that she hasn't been taken yet, like, someone's going to get a damn steal.
This is starting to get stolen for it.
Wait, R&B's up next?
It should be the Den next.
The Den, right?
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, the Den's next. Yep.
The Den has taken someone known as Diane. She's a rookie.
Oh, yeah.
She says, I love how the Abby Friel's like, Diane, I think? I don't know.
Interesting.
All right.
I can hear her voice through that tweet.
It's like, Diane, I think? IDK.
Interesting pick. Dan.
I've got the next pick. Kaiser has taken Andrew DeMolanta.
Nice pick. That's
nice call. Kaiser is.
That's a good pick.
Kaiser? Oh, isn't it Finstock?
Wait, no, it should be Finstock.
Yeah, that's a good
Kaiser's
pick.
not voting in this one.
That's a good pick, Finstock.
That is a solid pick for Finstock.
That is actually that is who I had in taking round 5 was DeMolanta.
Yeah, no, that is a good pick.
So who was it again? We got
Andrew Diamanta or DiMolanta.
DeMolanta, yeah.
DIMALANTA.
Yeah, host of one of the best podcasts going out there, Beyond Schmoedown. You should listen to it.
Yeah,
Star Wars player. He was up for Entrance of the Year.
Exactly. No, that is a great pick in the 5th round. No question.
This is probably when you should be picking up your Star Wars players, just to make sure you have that opportunity.
Yep, exactly.
Like Damon, if Damon bleeds, he'll bleed there.
Yeah. I mean, he only lost by one question to Laura Kelly, so. Twitter's getting mad at me for refreshing so much.
Kenneth Lee get Liz or Scrimshaw, Jake Acavetta, Rachel not being picked yet. It's a fucking tragedy. James Spence get Rachel, you dumb fuck. Leo Logan. Dan.
Shannon has taken Laura Kelly.
All right, so Star Trek run right now.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Star Wars.
We're picking up.
Ooh, don't. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, Star Wars.
And you call yourself a competitor?
I know.
How dare you?
How dare you?
So yeah, so we've seen in this league, kidnaps will be taken by usual suspects. Angie DiMolanta for Finstock Exchange, Laura Kelly for Star Wars. Like that is the end. Sean Sullivan got taken earlier. Alex Damon got taken in the the 3rd round? Yeah, 3rd round. Are we going to see any more Star Wars picks? Do we think, or is this kind of? Oh, are they going to now be random hopes in the last few?
I mean, Scrimshaw maybe.
Oh yeah, we still got Scrimshaw out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Scrimshaw's the only one that maybe will get picked right now.
Just checking. Yeah. So,
Still waiting to see with Swag.
who do
so.
we think? Who do we think is the biggest shock so far?
Rachel not being picked.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Right.
biggest shock right now.
People in the chat, if you want to say biggest shock so far, I'd probably say it has to be picking up a JTE. Like
Oh.
I don't. We'll see.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
Makuga.
Swag just
Makuga.
picked. Swag just took Liz Shannon Miller.
Lishana Miller finally off the board. That makes
Yep.
all the sense in the world.
But I mean, much love to Robert, but the fact that Robert went when he did was my biggest shocker.
James White going is in the same league round.
Yeah, that is my very close to second, is the fact that James White went so high. Like I said, no offense to the dude. He's a great player, but the fact that he went that high is crazy.
The Den has taken Silvestrini.
Finally.
There it
God.
goes. Finally. Okay, good.
Thank God.
Good for the Den. That's a great pick for them. And that's a good fit for her, too.
Ooh. Yeah. She's got Preston too, right?
Yeah.
What if we put Preston and Silvestrini together?
That is
That would be
great.
a dangerous team.
and you
yeah.
just have Tom go on a singles run.
Who else is? Let's have a quick look. Who? Sean Sullivan and Brandon Hanna. She didn't have anyone in the third round. I thought it was going to be a mistake getting rid of your third round pick, but she's picked up quite nice. Silvestrini falling down to the fifth round has helped.
I told this was probably the smart. It worked out so good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So good.
No, I think having those two as managers is a great fit for Rachel.
That's your team of the year right now.
Okay.
I think that's your team of the year right now.
I won't.
I think.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Burning Droogs have picked, and they took Video Drew.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense character-wise.
Or
Yeah.
Drew Grant. But yes, Video Drew.
Yeah. Video Drew.
Now there's going to be a big complication with Video Drew and Tom.
Yeah.
Luna been
Who
happy.
would you match up with Video Drew as a team in
Who?
that list?
You got Whitney Seibold, maybe?
Actually, that'd be a decent one. That'd be a
That'll
decent
be
one.
very good for character wise, but you can't But would you want to lose Alonso Duranze and Whitney as a team?
Well, and another one with Drew is Drew's she's out in New York.
Yeah, she's
So
only
you
going to be.
She
Put
can
Drew
only
with
do so
Ethan
much.
Irwin.
Danny Carvalho.
Oh, the next pick.
Yep.
The next second pick from Burning Droogs, they have picked Warfather.
Okay.
But why?
Okay.
I mean, he played pretty
His
well.
correct
and he's
name is War Papa. War Papa.
Battle Daddy.
War Daddy.
War
War Daddy.
So,
Doug, I want to say you're the only one here who is not allowed to make fun of Warfather because you were the Warfather when you.
No, I'm not making fun of him. I like Warfather.
he's an interesting character. Like my Burnett working with him is going to be fun. Is he going to be at the level of IG player that should have been picked in the sixth round? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But Warfather's real name is Eric Barnes.
The Den is next.
She needs a Star Wars player still.
Yeah.
Has
Marisol.
Marisol what?
Marisol.
You think she's taking Marisol?
I think she's going to take Marisol.
I mean, that'd be a solid pick.
Rachel Silvestrini, just quickly quote her. Kate is the smartest manager in the fucking draft and picked me. Actually brings up a point. Drake is still on the board.
If she's in the group, yeah, that'd be a great pick.
They've already got Thingamabob. They've got Machi in Usual Suspects. So you reunite MODOK.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Bagel Boy is off the board.
Where'd he go?
To the den.
To the den.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Kate's gonna pick him up.
Bagel
Yeah.
is off the board.
That makes all the sense in the world.
How hilarious is that Kate
That's
Mulligan
awesome.
takes.
I really wanted that. I really wanted that so bad. So hold up. So she's literally taken 3 of the picks that I suggested for her.
Yep.
Have you been
I call
secretly
credit.
training her?
No, I literally I want my commission.
I want that's my commission.
Just a quick question. Kate Mulligan from the draft. Quote here from her: "I can't wait to sync periods with you." Okay, 5th round pick for Rachel Silvershini.
No,
They're gonna be so great. The comedy from the den is gonna be so great.
Yeah.
Like
no,
Kate is like one of my favorite people on SEN. She's so funny.
no. I think Rachel is pissed that she fell this far, and she.
I'd be
Rachel
too.
Rachel should have a chip on her shoulder, and she should be fighting this season.
Oh no!
To prove.
I think Rachel is like I am keeping an eye out on her for sure.
Winston takes Adam Lavick.
Okay, solid pick.
Yeah.
And
Mate,
I think Lavick's a little pissed about Bateman's comments there, and he's going to come back with a vengeance this year.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's
So,
gonna study.
No, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Wow, nobody picked Emily yet.
yeah, Emily Rose Jacobson is guaranteed it's a live match.
She's
not been
guaranteed a
picked
match
yet.
in Atlanta.
Who do we got left for picks for this round?
So for this round, this is the final round that's going to be shown live. Corruption, Finstock Exchange, The Dungeon, Mouthy Mercs, Rockstars, and Usual Suspects.
Maybe Corruption takes Emily.
Corruption. Yeah, maybe. Finstock Exchange. I don't think they have a actual Inagaten player yet, apart from Mate Murrell. But would you want a secondary one just in case?
Technically.
Maybe.
Finstock Exchange, Ben Bateman, Mark Riley, Dan Morrow, John Roca, and Angie DiMolante.
This draft has legitimately been 100% insane.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. Is exactly what it's been.
Shannon just took a rookie. His name is Klee, unless Robert made a typo. Klee.
That's a girl, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, she's
It's one of the ones that
Yeah.
It's one of the ones that Christian posted
I
about.
believe she's a Star Wars competitor. She's a stand-up comic in LA.
Yeah.
She's got the character. So what? I'll start hopefully down as a comic. So Finstock Exchange they are probably looking for a Inagaten player. The Dungeon, you'd probably be looking for a singles player, I would imagine. Matthew Mercs, they've got to pick a litter, whoever they want at this point. Rockstars. Who did Rockstars have an ID player yet?
I don't know. Okay. According to Abby Friel, that was the last pick of the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she said last pick of the night was Clea Wiggins for Corruption.
Okay, that's interesting. They're cutting it down. Sorry,
I didn't think we were missing any.
No.
But I'm just
I'm first class.
Huh.
That'll be an interesting situation. Obviously, all the picks are going to be done off screen for 7th onwards. We thought we were going to get full. It might be the fact they just ran out of time.
They might have ran out of time, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if like some of the acceptance speeches probably ran off.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Ha! Roca, fourth round. Apparently, there are still some Schmoedown mofos who don't respect the Outlaw. Going second to the GOAT was totally fine, but Outlaw Nation, no. I'm no 4th rounder. It's enough to corrupt your soul and send you into the dungeon. Holy crap!
One more pick.
Dagnino takes the Barbarian.
Yeah, Dagnino takes the Barbarian, which is the guy that
Owen picked up.
Ethan Irwin was like, okay, I'm afraid of this dude.
Right, so we guess that single. So let me quickly bring it up. Does someone mind if getting there and just put them into actual groups for me, if anyone can, and I'll just quickly just read them out. So first pick overall, user suspects choose the family: Drew McQueenie, Roxas, Mark and Draco, Matthew Merks, William Bibiani, and Shazam. Ethan Owens, Burning Droogs, Who's the Boss for Finstock Exchange, Corruption for Corruption, Paulie Am for Swag, Tom for the Den, and the Dungeon took Kevin Smets. Second round, we saw Rob Parker go to the Dungeon, Paul Preston go to the Den, Lon Harris go to Swag, Corruption, Who's the Boss, Burning Truth took James White, Matthew Merks, Shazam, Odd Couple for Rockstars, and Family again for Usual Suspects. Third round, Janine the Machine got took for Usual Suspects, Alex Damon for the Rockstars, Mara Knapik for Matthew Merks, Eric Zipper for the Dungeon, Brandon Farbers for Finstock Exchange, Mark Edward Hoyt for Corruption, Chandru for Swag, Adam Witt for the Dungeon, and Alonso Duralde for Burning Droogs.
So Dagnino used his steal this round, and he also takes Emily Jacobson.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! When did he do that?
Wait.
Just now.
Oh, look, yeah, but is going okay. All right,
So-
nice grab there. I appreciate that. Okay,
This is for Dagnino, Emily Jacobson.
That makes sense. She's
Oh,
got
yeah,
a guaranteed match. She's a good, like, if she beats Alex Damon, she gets solidified as a player again. All the past losses and that poll match against Winston Marshall gets deleted because she beat the Star Wars champ.
yeah, and also Abby was like, "I'm sorry, everybody. OMG, I'm such a liar. There's actually 3 more picks."
Oh, good.
So we had it right.
Alba?
Abby just got ahead of herself. So there's actually 3 more picks.
And Coy has taken Greg Alba of the Real Rejects.
Nice.
Of course he did. That makes perfect sense.
He's a good player.
He is a fairly good player. Yeah.
He's a solid player. I don't think his partner wanted to come back. That's why.
Yeah. John Humphreys, probably like Greg Albert. Like, obviously, he's got the character stripped down. He was one of the best moments of the free for all. Like, if you put him up with a team, that would be a very interesting situation. All right, let me.
Mini cabin 1, mini cabin 2 to Augusta.
Roxy.
Thank God
Jim
the
David.
draft.
Jim Vavida. Ooh.
Jim David.
Ben God.
Wait, he's back? Apparently he's back. All right.
So he was formerly of IGN and Top Vat. They were a very strong team. They played against top 10 in a single team title match, I should say. We lost Thomas.
Ooh, Andrew DeMolanta already talking crap on Twitter. Bob Finstock and I are coming for that belt. Star Wars Explained.
Wow. All right.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, Jim Vavida, I thought he had retired.
Did nobody pick up Laura Kelly?
Laura Kelly.
Yeah,
no, Laura Kelly got picked.
Yeah, she got picked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Laura Kelly got picked a while ago.
By corruption. She got picked by corruption last round.
Right.
All right, so this is the last pick.
Yeah, so this will be Sam Levine's final pick of this
round pick.
The last pick of the draft.
So that means the dungeon gets 2 picks next round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but off.
But off camera.
Off camera.
Well, off camera, but
Broke is talking about doing a live stream.
Oh no, he already said he was going to do a live stream. After.
I actually want listen. Listen.
We're listening.
Listen.
Wait,
I'm excited because
I'm
I
not
just want
listening anymore.
to. Listen, Paul. If you're still
Wait,
here,
are you listening?
yeah,
Is
I'm just
everyone
making
listening?
sure. I'm just making sure, Paul. If you're still here, tell C2A to do that live stream.
They'll be too drunk.
Doug's drunk.
Listen, White Claws and the truth will come out.
There are no laws when you're drinking claws.
Yeah, Roke has already left. Roke has already left the building.
That is literally a phrase that people use. Is that there are no laws when drinking claws?
Very true.
I know that's stupid, but it's true.
How do we feel about it?
the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause.
Jim Verger, honestly, along with JTE, you probably could have saved him for the 8th or 9th round pick. Who's remembering them? Roxy was very smart to pick them, but I think she stretched for him a bit too much because, like, it's a case of what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Okay, last pick. Sam has taken Jader Paramo.
Oh, the guy who won the
Yeah,
He's got a match.
So
That's fair.
Marisol, not drafted yet. That's sad.
not yet. So obviously there's 3 more rounds still to go.
Someone's gonna take her in the last few rounds. No
I
question.
think the Den's gonna take her.
Who?
The Den.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Den's gonna take her. She is a very strong player from the little bit I've seen of her.
Yeah.
She is apparently she talked to Christian in Orlando, and that's where Christian was very impressed with her. All right then. All
right. So I'm just quickly, if anyone of you thought if you're in the group in the doc, if you can just quickly help me make the teams up in the second sheet, that'd be great.
Okay.
But how do we feel about that? So quite a few names.
I think the only person that was drafting like a normal person was Koi, and he has the best action coming out of this. And congratulations to Koi. Everyone else was a little bit cuckoo with some of their choices.
Yeah, Koi's definitely. I'm looking at it too. Koi's got the most strong across the board team. Yeah, and then having to go through this list and see who's going to team with who. Go
Sorry,
back.
I was trying to do admin as well as host. This is not working well for me. But so it's just quick to say so. Teams that we know for certain at this moment in time: FinTalk Exchange, Ben Bateman for Who's Boss, Mark Raleigh Who's Boss, Dan Morrow for Founding Fathers, John Roker Founding Fathers, Andrew Malanta for Star Wars, and the Barbarian for singles. Potentially, we don't really know, and Emily Rose Jacobson for IG.
Yes.
And then also you have the Dungeon, Kevin Smets for Inner Geekdom Champion, Rob Parker Inner Geekdom, Eric Zipper potentially singles and IG, and Adam Witt singles and IG. They obviously lost picks and along the way, so they'll be picking. They've got 5 more people left to pick.
Man.
All right. Well, whilst you guys are doing that, I'll quickly just run through who got picked where. So we did the first 3 rounds. So we'll do from round 4 onwards. So Burning Drews picked Whitney Seibold. The Den picked Brandon Hanna. Spike picked John McCougar. Corruption picked Emily Dewberry. FinTalk Exchange picked John Roker. The Den picked Sean Sullivan. Matthew Merckx, Tim Franco. Rockstar Stacey Howard. And Unusual Suspects Matt Achity. Usual Suspects second on the Snake. Ken Knapsocks. Rockstar's picked JTE. Matthew Merckx, Haley Fouch. Diane for the Den. FinTalk Exchange, Andrew DiMolante. Corruption for Laura Kelly. Liz Shannon Miller, Sin Swag. The Den picked up Richard Silvestrini. Video Drew for the Burning Droogs. Then Burning Droogs on the Snake picked up Warfather. Then picked up Ben Goddard. Swag, Adam Halavic. Lee, Star Wars Competitive. Corruption. The Barbarian and Emily Rose Jacobson, both for FinTalk Exchange. Craig Albert for the Matthew Merckx. Jim Pavoda for Rockstars. And Jada Paramo for Usual Suspects. So what name, I guess in the biggest name shocks at the moment are JT, Jim Pavoda, and James White.
Yeah. James White going as high as he did is still kind of ringing in my ears.
JT coming back, he wasn't on the sheet that was released earlier, but obviously there were a lot of different changes they had to say. The breaking up of the Wildberries, was that a smart move for who was it? It was Corruption, but did it? Was that a smart move for Corruption to take Elliot Dewberry?
For Corruption to take Elliot Dewberry, yes. For Swag to take Josh McCouga, no. Josh McCouga, he'll get a match or 2, but A, is he going to win him, and B, how many matches is it going to be? Just quick to say, Leo Logan snubs include Devon Stewart, Kaylin Harrigan, is it, from Screen Creams,
Hector Navarro, Keaton Markey, Sabrina Graves, and Sean Gerber. Sean Gerber, of course, he was. If you get him into a IG, he won perfect around that perfect game in the Marvel exhibition match they did. That'd be an interesting one. Also, the Paddington is also no more. We predicted that no teams would survive, and from a look, unless I'm mistaken, no teams have survived apart from the ones that were set in stone.
No team survived. Like I said, I think all the managers wanted to show that they can make better teams.
Like, it's gonna
I just want to
be
say,
interesting.
Paul and Lon and Tom and Preston, like those two are the best teams to come out of this draft, hands down.
Like, yeah, they are a scary looking team. Those two are scary looking teams. It's going to be it's just going to be a case of which team gets connected first, like as in just as on each of its wavelengths, which is going to be a terrifying thing to think.
I don't get the Roxy and JT one either. Like unless he's guaranteed matches, like how much time is he actually going to play?
Yeah. And also JT on his own, how much is he worth? Unless, like, do you want to put him in? Do you put him in a team?
Depends on which JT shows up.
Because the one that was in Evil Geniuses, that what, meh, to be nice.
I think Evil Geniuses was a fantastic team. They just never got to show their stuff.
Sure.
They are technically undefeated. Evil Geniuses never lost a match.
True. Tom Paul Preston and Paul Yami Lon Harris's round one will be fire. It's going to be interesting which one drops a point there.
Well, I mean, Paul Preston's already dropped points. Tom has yet to do so.
Whew. Right.
I hope I'm doing it. I hope I'm doing it how you want it to be done.
Don't worry, as long as we can read it, it's fine.
All right.
Thank you. Bad luck is what kept JT and Lon Harris apart. Yeah, if he didn't fall and break his nose and every other part of his body, where would he be now?
Yeah.
So we got Burning Juice Deuce. Sorry, this is the part where you just I should say, whilst we're in this lull, while we're setting everything up, just to be able to quickly review the teams. Thank you everyone for watching so much. This has been incredible. This is far and away the most popular video we've ever done. If you have liked what we've done and are going to do in the future, please like and subscribe wherever you are. That'd be absolutely incredible. And New British Empire, we do stuff like four times a week. We got NBE live on every Friday night, which is our live just shit talk show. We do Schmoedown after every single Schmoedown match, breaking it down analysis wise. We got game night as well. Feature presentation. We got the feature presentation trivia league. So if you are interested in playing in the fan leagues, you can play there. It's a chill match. We got Unboxed with interview series. We got more shows coming up in the future, and then also Doug from Take Three Productions. One legitimately the OGs in this bloody thing.
Yep, we got some. Like I said, we got some stuff coming up. I'm excited for it. I'm currently copying and pasting and putting things together. So, but yeah, check out Take Three production on YouTube and check out all the stuff we got coming up. I'm excited for it.
All right, Wolffather of Burning Drews. All right, I think that's all of them. All right, so let's quickly run down these teams.
Okay.
Right, so for the usual suspects, they have got Drew McQueenie and Andrew Guy for the family, Janine the Machine, Ken Knapsack. We forgot to finish them. That was my fault.
That's all right. Give me 1 second. I'll finish it over.
And Jada Paramo.
Yep.
And Jada Paramo. The Rockstars, Mark and Draco and Jeff Snyder for the Odd Couple, Alex Damon, Stacey Howard, JTE, and Jim Pavoda. Matthew Merckx, William Bibiani, Brendan Meyer, Shazam, Mara Knopic, Tim Franco, Haley Felton, Greg Alba. Bernard Droogs, Ethan Owen, James White, Alonso Duralde, Whitney Seibold, and Warfather. Finch Oregon Exchange, Ben Bateman, Mark Riley, Dan Morrill, John Roker, Andrew Dimolante, The Barbarian, and Emily Rose Jacobson. Corruption, Mike Kanowski, Chance Ellison, Mark Edward Hoyk, Elliot Dewberry, Laura Kelly, and Clee. Swag, Polygama, Lon Harris, Chanju, Josh McCougar, Lishana Miller, and Adam Halavic. The Den, Tom, Paul Preston, Brandon Hanna, Sean Sullivan, Rachel Silvashini, and Ben Goddard. And The Dungeon, Kevin Smets, Robert Parker, Eric Zipper, and Adam Witt. So which team do we think has got the best option here? Who's done the pick of the litter? We said Koi Janju. Do we still agree with that?
100% Koi has the most balanced faction. But I think some factions like that have like just some really strong picks. I definitely think Swag made the smart first couple picks with Paul, Lon, and Chandru. You have a former singles champion, someone who can definitely hold the singles belt. An incredibly balanced, strong team with Paul and Lon. And then you have Chandru, who has shown that he's really good and could almost beat Smith. So I think that's a low-key strong team.
Right.
I think Malachi Merckx has Shazam, so they have my backing, and I think the Den has a shockingly really good team.
Yeah. Being able to pick up Richard Silvashini solo, that's going to be the steal of the season. All right. James Spence, Jugs got Whitney twice. Yeah, we know. We can't be able to change it. So what teams do we think have to work really hard in the final few picks and maybe in the trades? Have we got anyone that's got a massive hole in their armor? Because the Dungeon, obviously, they're really missing that strong singles player. Unless they have hope that Adam Witt can carry the team.
Yeah.
And carry a singles run on his own.
I mean, Robert Meyer Burnett's team is not very impressive to me, in my opinion.
No.
James White.
I mean, that's like at least on the top there. Ethan's good. I mean, he's great. I mean, he's done really well. It's just like I'm not very impressed with the overall list of that team.
Oops. R&B getting Irwin at the top, I think may have been his fatal mistake. He's a great player, but A, has he already reached his potential, and B, who's left to put with him? Like James White, I don't think you put with Irwin.
He doesn't work on his game at all. So
here's the thing that I will say about that team. James White knows his Disney animation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I went up against that. I understand that.
Right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all I had to say about that.
So he's got the animation down, so that would be an interesting pick. But honestly, Alonso Duralde and Whitney Seibold, that could be a very dangerous team if worked together well.
Yeah.
But,
so the rest of the picks, are they going to be announced at the show?
Yeah, not at the show, but I think it's just they have to get in contact with Christian. So I'm guessing they'll just be leaked on Twitter and SEM.
They'll have them done by Sunday. He said.
No, that's fine. I wasn't sure if the people at the show are actually going to see them or not.
No, probably not.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think after going 3.5 hours, I think it's time to call it.
Yeah, I think we've done enough discussion.
Yeah.
Good discussion.
Yeah, once the full teams are announced, we'll do a Schmoecenter going through every team, like the full 10 of them. That'll be interesting. Of course, first season starts January 26th with the Robert Meyer Burnett versus Andrew Guy and Mark Knoppick versus Kevin Smets winning get them titles. And that's been Schmoecenter. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching.
I think there's a trade in mitts right now in what John Rogan's posting.
Oh, wait. Let's quickly...
What?
Just saying, they're saying stuff about respect.
John Roca in response to and Matt Kanowski, it's good to see a fellow competitor who understands KO, respects the game. His ego isn't so fragile that he'll need to conspire with his manager behind the backs of the faction to make sure he was picked first over Legends of the Games. It's wide open now. So
Interesting.
Calling Ben Bateman
What?
out. Calling Ben Bateman out.
It's going to be an interesting time in Outlaw Nation.
And I love Kaiser's post about Robert Parker. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Welcome to the dungeon, kid.
Okay, well, I'm going to go if we're not wrapping this up.
Yeah, I'm going. We are going.
Sorry.
Sorry, that was, we need to drop that. But yeah, subscribe, like, thank you very much for everyone watching. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Boatman. Thank you, Thomas Scully. Hopefully you're still not stuck in Atlanta. Thank you, Paul Denuzio and James Spence. Congratulations as well. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
That has been a blast.
Bye.
Yeah, super fun.